Accept and ignore, just kicking down all the doors. Guarantee you, boy, if I ask for it, it's gotta be real big. I gotta make it just for my kids and for their kids' kids. That's wealth years and years. Promise my brother soon as he out and finished his bid, we finna do it bigger than anybody ever did. The odds is real big, jobs that's real big. Satan trying a little, my God is real big. Stayed up on the ground on the cars is real big. I gotta do it big, the only way that I can live. And I promise I'm trying to. Before you count me out, homie, let me remind you, they was blocking the shine. Now I think it's my time to. Counting them dollar signs like lights, they'll blind you. Let me rewind to back when I was broke and I couldn't acquire 2 cents, and now I got 2 rich. They was sleeping on me, homie, must have got too big. Call my phone, I be like, who this? Damn right, hell yeah, I'm brand new. Smell like can too. I'm fresh forever like canned food. Try and tell me what I can't do. I wanna see the world, my vision on Shamu. That mean I got goals that's real big, foes that's real big. Y'all offer too little, sorry, my soul is real.
All right, here we are. Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's episode of TK's Chronicles of a Black Sheep. We hope you all had a great week. Everything went well. Safe, blessed, COVID, monkeypox free, all that wonderful stuff. So starting off tonight, we will definitely introduce who we got rocking with us tonight. It's kind of funny not seeing sell his big head. I'm looking. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I ain't used to not seeing sell his big old ass head right here. So co-pilot Nika Pinks. She got her guns out.
You lucky it ain't Friday night, so that's all that's gonna be. It ain't nothing else gonna be out.
No.
Oh, okay. There go with the shoulders. All right.
So Friday it was more than the shoulders, huh?
One of these Fridays is gonna be more than shoulders. It's gonna be head, knees, and toes, and all of that.
Oh.
I'm trying to build my OnlyFans platform.
Oh boy.
Well,
as Marcella says, just show your knees.
Look, my friend ain't here tonight, so it might be me.
Oh boy.
Cheers.
Wow. Oh, okay. That's what we doing tonight, huh?
She cocktail.
All right. Yeah, I'm scared. I don't even know what to expect right now, but all right. Co-pilot number 2, VA.
Yo, what it do? What it be? What it is? It's your boy, DA. Hey, how y'all feeling? Hey, I don't know what the hell going on, but what's the name? Don't like me.
I'm sure
y'all
it's
like
not.
they saying I got an error and all kinds of shit. Oh my damn! You see my junky ass room? Oh Lord!
I
was looking. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I was like,
what the hell? They gonna kick my background out? See, I support HBCUs, and they like, nah, you can't do that on this platform.
So just be your real self tonight.
All right, well, shit, I might as well.
We gonna play I Spy tonight. I Spy with my little eye.
Well, it's all good. Well, y'all see where I'm at. I'm in the undisclosed dead ass location. I'm still packing, still unpacking, still moving. How long I been in here? About what? A good month now? 2 months?
2 months.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Most definitely. All right. Next in the building. I feel like coming to the stage. Coming to the stage. We got K Smooth.
What's going on, y'all? Hope y'all had a good week. Better than mine. Well, anyway.
What happened? What happened? You had to put one of your hoes down?
I was in the hospital yesterday.
Oh shit!
Well, hold on. Because you ain't told me that,
Well,
sir.
Get on.
Sir. That ain't what
Yeah.
you told me when we was conversing, sir. You must have missed
Get
that.
on.
Oh, I thought you seen my post on Facebook. I don't know.
No, I didn't. I did not.
I really ain't been on Facebook. So, but yeah, I was in there.
Hey, y'all seen how
for
smooth he just lied in? I thought you saw my post on Facebook. Nah, I ain't really been on Facebook. Which one is it? Which one is it?
Anyway, I was in there for about 6 hours yesterday. Yeah.
I ain't gonna cuss you on here. I'm gonna wait till we get off.
Okay,
No,
I appreciate it.
Y'all cuss me out. Cuss him out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You the devil's advocate. So you know.
Cuss him out. Cuss him the fuck out.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for Kevin to get in trouble, so I think you should do it too. Like, fuck it, just go on and get in that ass. Like, everybody else got to get it. Like, he done been on the show multiple times. Why are we saving his ass? Get on him, boss. We got time.
Wow.
Sounds good to me.
Well, you might as well let me have it then.
Yeah, because your raggedy ass know better. We didn't talk many times, especially this week. We didn't converse a few times this week. And yesterday when I hit you up, you ain't said, I even checked on you this week because I told you some reason you was in my spirit this week. And I even checked on you this week. And you ain't said, thus said the Lord, sir.
Well, the problem didn't surface until what's this, Saturday? The problem didn't surface until Thursday night. So yeah. And then I was up all night that night till the morning. And then I was like, I'm going to the hospital.
So you took all that time to decide if you was gonna go to the hospital?
Okay, I'm glad you got that. Go ahead. I'm gonna leave it alone.
Didn't we talk about this on the men's health episode?
Didn't we though?
Yeah, but I went to the hospital.
Moving like Moses.
You went to the hospital with one foot in the grave and one foot on a banana peel.
I tried to wait until my doctor's appointment on the October 6th, but this problem didn't wait.
But how you feeling now?
I feel better.
That's a lie.
So that means
that's a lie. Cause you know how us men, I got to do it. I got to break the bro code. You know.
No, I know. I feel better.
Cause we got to say cause we thinking in our head.
I'll let you know after the show.
Okay, all right.
No, because you gonna call on Monday, right? And go ahead and tell them you need a post-hospital follow-up.
No, because I can wait. I can wait until I get to my primary for this.
Yeah, you supposed to call them when you get. We gonna deal with you after the show.
No, go on and give it to them like y'all just told me.
Yeah,
go on and give it to them.
That is October the 6th, you said. So you need to be calling your primary care physician's office on Monday to tell them you are post-hospital
2 weeks
and you need to follow up.
You said 2 weeks. No, because the medication I'm on, the antibiotics I'm on, it takes 10 days. So.
But it sounds like you still need an appointment closer than October 6th. So that's like almost 2 weeks away.
Is it?
Let's
yeah.
count it.
Yeah.
Around in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my brother, see, I got to put my preacher voice on. I'm gonna come to you, man to man, spirit to spirit, alpha to alpha,
heathen to heathen.
Oh yeah, throw that shit in there.
Continue.
You know how we is. We don't like to say how we feeling and try to get ourselves together and stuff. So you know what you doing is wrong. You know what you did was wrong. I'm gonna call you out, man to man. We can't be doing that. If we gonna say something and we gonna get on somebody about not doing it, we got to be the main ones to do it. You feel me?
I agree.
You feel me? So
it's just out of love, K Smooth. It's out of
love. I totally understand.
You know.
And I'm gonna have my foot on your neck come Monday to see if you followed up.
Well, but he did tell me last night. He said he wasn't feeling well. He did tell me that, and I did my follow-up question. And he was like, "I'm resting now. I'll see how I feel tomorrow and let you know about the podcast." And he hit me about a little bit before 7:30, so I knew that he was feeling at least all right. So I was like, "Okay, all right, don't start no, won't be no." So yeah. So last but not least, we didn't ate somebody up already. Yeah. So
I guess you up next, DJ.
That's right.
Where'd she go?
She ain't pay her bill, so she got to go.
Okay. Well, Pinks, we gonna take over until she come back?
Nah, I don't get paid for all that.
Really?
D, you know your role. Introduce yourself.
Really? The hostess with the mostest.
Introduce yourself, Pastor.
All right, check it out. Now we got somebody coming to the stage. It's 2 times, right? Ain't it 2 times?
Yeah, this is my second time.
Two times. All right, introduce yourself. Tell us where you from. What you rocking with?
Man, I'm born and raised. My hometown is San Antonio, Texas, but I do not live there anymore. I would say I'm in Southeast Texas, which is about 5 hours away from San Antonio. And I'm just glad that I wasn't in the seat that Kevin was in just a couple of minutes ago. I've been there, bro. I've been in that seat.
I was gonna say we give him biographies now because you gave a whole
everything because I was asked to. I was asked to.
Oh, okay. I got you. Okay.
So yeah, man. And everything that everyone said was spot on. And I ain't gonna fuss. I'm just gonna say take, the advice of everybody that's on the panel. And I'm just glad to be here. I'm ready to get this conversation started. I'm ready to just share my feelings, man, and my emotions and my thoughts. I will say this week for me, do y'all want the political answer or do y'all want the honest answer to how has my week been?
Boy, you better tell the truth.
You a pastor. Tell the truth.
It's okay. So first, let me just say this. All right. So I will say that I am no longer a pastor by choice. I chose to step down. I chose to step away. I chose to explore some other avenues. But yeah, man. So as far as this week, man, it's been emotional. I've been all over the place. I've been dealing with myself in some ways that I had never dealt with myself, running myself, doing some healing exercises and just exploring a lot, man. So for me personally, she'll tell you, man, I done hit her up crying a few times this week, and I just leave that right there on the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, from the answers that you gave in that live you was in, I seen you on that other platform.
Because he been live.
Some of the comments that were made. Woo! I see. I just couldn't figure out because you made some comments and I couldn't figure out why you made them, but Now I know why you made them.
Well, bro, I'm an open book, man. You can hit me up. You know what I'm saying? You can message me, man. I'll shoot you my number. We can chop it up. But I definitely don't mind sharing, where I am at this point in life.
I hear you because I hear you.
All right. So everybody else week, since we going through the week.
It's so beautiful seeing the guys come together. Oh, baby.
See, that's why we don't like doing that shit, because you be just doing the most. Jeez.
Yeah.
No. For. How everybody else week been going?
Didn't I just ask that? You gonna come right back?
Oh, you did. You did, didn't it? My bad.
Yeah, I did. So it sounds like you volunteering to express your week besides me.
My week been a damn blur. Like, real talk, it's been a blur. Like I said, before we got on the stand, I was like, shit, I thought I was coming to South Carolina to retire. They was like, nah, bro, this is the Army. We gonna get every pente out of you.
Yeah,
so up to this point, the only one that didn't tell us how their week been is our beautiful, lovely hostess with the mostest, Miss TK.
Both of them. Neither one of them. Nika trying to be slick with it. Yeah. Look how she got her eyes all broke.
With that look on her face, yeah.
She got her shoulders out and she ready to act the fool.
Look, my week was okay. It had its moments. You on a healing journey and revealing some things to yourself, and some pieces is coming together and coming. It's like, well, damn. So it was, but my last few weeks, like the last 2 weeks, man, I just been very uncoordinated. I ain't together at all. I'm like walking around with the lights off.
Yeah.
Feeling around because I don't know. I'm struggling to. I don't know what happened. Somebody flipped the switch and I done got all turned around and flipped upside down, and I'm struggling to get it all back together. But I mean, I'm here and I'm letting it do what it do. But it's been interesting, but I can't complain. Before I had this moment, let me go ahead and say happy birthday to my big baby. My baby turned 25 on Thursday, and
damn,
I'm most proud of the young lady she has become and is becoming, and what she will become in the future. So to Nay, I love you to pieces, to infinity beyond, and I hope your day was everything that it needed to be and more. So I also want to give wonderful shout out appreciation, because I promise they like 2 peas in the pot, to Morgan, because Morgan came over here and did some stuff and updated some stuff on my laptop for me, and worked some stuff out so the intro played like it was supposed to play, and then he did some updates and combined some stuff and worked it out where it's a little easier on my end. So I'm very appreciative to him, because he is just awesome.com, and I appreciate him as well for all he does for the podcast.
So, we love you, Morgan. We love you, Nay.
Right. Hey, when we gonna get proper light skin on here again?
I don't know. It depends on his work schedule, because he's working and in school right now. So
shit. Okay.
Yeah, he's been back in school for about a month now. So
awesome.
With his job, he's on a rotating schedule. I don't know. We'd have to check on that stuff. But yeah, so nevertheless, ma'am, you're next.
Thanks.
What can I say? You talking about D. I've been Carl Thomas emotional. This week has been my anxiety, my depression, my frustrations, my emotions. I've been all over the place since last week, Saturday. I didn't want to tell my job. I quit. Fuck y'all. I've been wanting to say that. I've been crying about stuff, and I gotta be like, is it No, what's wrong with you, girl? I don't know, man. I feel like a breakthrough was coming, so everything's just been like take all of this.
And it could be the season too now, change.
Remember, we talked about seasonal depression and stuff, remember?
Yeah, change.
Yeah.
Autumn just came, and we talked about that last year.
And see, with this one, it's I guess you can say maybe it is, but it's a different kind. It's like that impatient waiting, but don't want to wait no more. Your hands are tied, so you can't move how you want to move. So it has me feeling stagnant, and I feel held down, and I just want to just run free, and I can't. So it's having me in a place.
Well, take your top off and swing it over your head.
Look, let me tell you something. The main thing I'm waiting for, I need y'all to start collecting my bail money now, because when my test results come back and it says, girl, you passed this exam, I'm running ass naked down Ritterman.
All right now.
Wait. No, you can't do that. You got to get the job
film
first,
yourself,
and then get out of probation. Then do that.
No, I ain't even go. Didn't I just tell you I'm anxious and impatient right now? I got to do what I got to do now.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that's where I'm at. I'll be all right though. I cried over some spaghetti today. Well, not today, this week.
The other day.
I
wasn't gonna say nothing.
I did.
Spaghetti. What's that?
That was my last emotional moment this week. Was that yesterday?
No, that was like 2 days ago.
Thursday. Okay, so that was my last emotional moment. I think I'm over the hill and going down, so I think I'm gonna be all right. So y'all don't start no shit tonight, and we gonna be good, because I don't want to cry.
Oh boy.
Well,
good luck with that.
Looking at you over So we're gonna go and get this party started. This week's discussion is on validation and vulnerability. So, sir, can you read whichever definition you want to start off with? I'm gonna say go with validation first though, because we already got a comment that I want to post on the screen.
Well, can you turn your Bibles with me? No, just playing. All right, validation. It says the action of checking or providing validity or accuracy to something. The recognition or affirmation. What shit? Affirmation. You know how them old Baptist used to be fucking up words. Affirmation.
Yeah.
An affirmation that a person or their feelings or opinions are valid and worthwhile.
Okay. Now turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor.
I'm not.
Neighbor.
I'm not.
Look, Kevo gonna say neighbor.
I ain't gonna
turn
do it.
to your neighbor and say,
Neighbor.
Exit room.
What the hell going on? What you got your finger for?
I'm about to exit.
You about to get out.
Yeah.
That heat hot, huh?
You got church finger.
All right. Let's go. What else you got for us?
I love I'm gonna go ahead and post this one because Simone had already commented. And Simone said, when social media came around, it definitely revealed how desperate some people are for validation, clout, and attention.
That's it. That's the show right there. Nothing else needs to be said. She nailed it.
Yep.
So my first question is everybody, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you require validation?
Oh, when?
Ever.
Well,
in life.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
I thought maybe just social media.
Oh, yeah. Hell no. Growing up, yeah. Growing up,
you don't require no kind of recognition. Okay.
Like to my mid-20s, early 30s, probably. Because at that time, like for me, it was I identified myself with football, and then when that got taken away, I felt lost, and I was just like, "Damn, who am I?" I always been a football player. Then after that, like after I stopped playing, it was just like, "Damn, I got to figure out who the fuck am I."
Well,
so for me, I would say it's situational and it's personal. Depending on, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to sit up here in front and lie. Certain situations, and this is something that I'm trying to come out of. Yes, I do seek validation, and I think it's because when I was growing up as a young adult, you know what I'm saying, when I was younger, uh, validation was not a thing. Like whatever I did, usually I had no support. You know, I had no pat on the back or nothing. So that followed me into adulthood. So even when I was pastor and preaching, teaching, you know, there was times, a lot of times, when I did seek that validation, and if it was not there, then I would second guess myself a lot. You know, if I'm doing this right, should I be doing this at all? You know, and also depends on how personal I am with someone. If the relationship, if I feel like it's a close, tight knit relationship, then definitely, I'm gonna be seeking validation. Not as much as I used to, but it is still there in some aspects.
So can I ask you this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, like from what you said, when you said close and personal relationship with a person, is it validation or accountability?
Nah, man, it's validation straight up. Like I question friendships, you know, I question bonds, I check bonds. You know how me and a person click, all of that stuff, man. Yeah, it's validation straight up.
Okay.
Now it's not as much as it used to. Why? Because I'm learning myself and I'm accepting myself more and more. So no matter how a person feels about me, then I'm still good. But it's a process. I hadn't gotten there completely yet, but I am going in that direction.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay, Smooth.
I mean, looking at me over your glasses. Yeah. Earlier, it was for me when I guess when I started to, I guess my party time and the whole validation, clout, and attention. I got the attention. I had the clout, and I guess that was validation for me because people know that I partied, I drank, I threw parties. I was a DJ. I did I did my little performance there. Yeah, I rapped too, and it was I enjoyed the attention at the time. Um, but that led me to believe that as you got older, people put you in that classification. Is that you like you know you kick it all the time and everything, but man, the the whole realization came for me that wasn't who I was as a person, and I really didn't want to be known as that person. Was uh, when I got sick back in '93 with diabetes. I was like, man, I was in the hospital thinking like, man, I can't do this, I can't do that. Man, what can I do? And I'm gonna be the person that I wanted to be. So yeah, yeah, when you want that validation and that attention, oh man, you trust me, you're gonna feel
Yeah.
real good getting it at that moment.
You do anything to get it. It's like it's a drug.
Yep.
That's what it is. It's like a drug. Like after that first hit, like damn, this what it feel like.
Yep.
Then you keep seeking
and
it,
just to
trying
say,
to get more and more.
with Simone saying, when social media came out, it was it's been like that. I go back, man, as far as Yahoo chats, and there was people in Yahoo chats.
Chat used to go down. Oh.
They used to be on there, bragging and boasting about stuff, and I'm like, really? Y'all gotta be crazy. And some of these people was sucking all that mess up, man. And I know them people was loving that attention. So yeah, all through social media, people would say stuff and do stuff just and some of these people that claim they be going on these trips, they do not be going on no trips. They be checking
in the backyard.
Yeah, I'm checking in for such and such, and I'm out, and they posted a picture of people say, "Hey, enjoy yourself, have fun," and then they post some picture they ain't nobody ever seen, and they up there like, "Hey, man, get out of here, go live."
What adds to it, and I think what adds to it as well too, especially when it comes to social media, is the fact now that they monetize it. So it's making people seek validation more because one, they're like, okay, I'm getting the likes, but on top of the likes, I'm getting that money.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see that. Thanks.
When it comes to validation, it just depends. Like for me, right now, I could say I need my validation when it comes to stuff like from my kids and from my employer, because that's kind of where I am. I want to know, like, okay, am I all right? Am I secure? Is my job secure? Is everything okay? Am I doing what I need to be doing so I can make sure I keep this job to be able to sustain my household? And as far as my kids, it's mainly wanting them, to know that, like, okay, mom, you're doing a good job. Like being appreciative, I guess, is more so on both ends. Like, do you appreciate me? Like, and what I'm doing and what I'm bringing to the table. And sometimes I think I put more on my kids needing that validation, because if I don't get a thank you, I'm about ready to lose my shit. I'm like, be thankful. Shit, I just bought you something, you're asking for something else. Like, say thank you, appreciate it. Good job, Mom. But Jace, I'll say Jace does good, because Jace said, Mommy, you're a beautiful mermaid and a fireman. And I'm like,
yeah,
thank you, baby. I've never been called a mermaid in my life.
You the mommy king.
and the mom, I'm the mommy king. And the first time he said that, it kind of fucked me up. I'm like,
he was like, what?
I was like, you mean the queen, baby? He's like, mommy king. I'm like, I don't think I like this. My baby, so I accept that he validated. My mama's holding it down. So
that was fun.
Other aspects, I'm not so hard on that part, not so much needing the validation, but definitely like the appreciation side of it. Appreciate my efforts and what I do.
Most stuff. And I feel that, because I can say that too. I think mine is definitely on a mommy level. Because one of my big things growing up was seeking validation from my parents. And there are many times that I did not get that validation that I needed from them. So growing up, I was looking from other people. Of course, I don't seek that validation like that. Definitely not from them, but I look at it now as, even with the podcast, because I want it to be right and I want to be able to put out quality content that can help somebody else. So I do seek validation in that, as being a parent, because I don't want to I want to be better than what my parents were to me. So I definitely to my kids. So I seek that validation to kind of navigate where my weak spots, my strong spots. So with that stuff. And I think that's really it as far as, like with anything else. It's just really the parenting and the podcast.
So when does validation becomes an issue? When does seeking validation become an issue?
So there's a comment in the chat room. Devin Tay said, validation is a deadly thing. It can cause a person to take their life because of it. So it becomes an issue, and this is just me speaking personally. When it begins to consume you, when it begins to overtake you, and it's all that you're seeking, and when you can't function without that validation,
you just feel the need to get that acceptance, to get that, that validations, like you said. It's another comment in the comment section that stuck out with me too. Simone, she said, I knew that people were desperate for clout and attention when these dumb and dangerous social media challenges started popping up. That is actually true. Seeing one challenge, the one chip challenge, the guy was sitting up talking about I'm doing a one chip challenge and this ain't finna be hot. So he ate the whole thing on one wok. And he was like, no, it ain't hot. He was like, well, did you eat it? Your tongue's supposed to turn blue. He stuck his tongue out. His tongue was blue. Within 30 seconds, this dude was outside looking for water, and they ain't had no water because they was working on a house, and he instantly started. Just started pouring sweat. So a lot of people do these things like that to validate that. I guess they're what, important when they do things like that, and a lot of that stuff is dangerous. Remember the crate challenge?
Yes.
Where people was walking up in the doggone crate.
That's my shit.
I came down.
And I just played that for my mom the other day too, and she was cracking up. So them people. I mean, you walking up these crates, and then some of them was drunk and high, and I'm just like, man, y'all could have just broke bones, and they put them people on social media at their expense, not the person filming it, but the person that was participating in the challenge. So these can be very dangerous. Very.
Yeah. And you said it earlier, D. I'm sorry, bro. It begins to, it's like a drug, and you start chasing it just like a drug. And the thing about it is, it's never going to be the same. It's never going to look the same. Just to put that out there.
Yep.
I didn't mean to cut you off, Pinks.
You want it?
No, you good.
Come from different places.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of like in Living Color. What's dude's name? I think it was Stewart. Look what I can do. Look what I can do. It reminds me of that. Like I don't care who it is, just everybody.
Mad TV.
Look at me. Look what I can do. So for me, I don't think they're looking for the validation. It's just the attention. Like, look at me. Everybody's watching what I'm doing, whether good or bad. I want you to see me, pay attention to me. And no matter what you say, I don't care because you're watching what I do. But maybe that is validation because it makes them feel good. I don't know.
That's what I was just about to ask you. So let's connect those two together.
Mad TV, okay.
Yeah. When you think about validation, now we have to figure out, like, what does it come from? Like, what does it stand from? What's the connection? Not being looked at, so you want people to look at you. Being ignored, being neglected. So that turns into validation or searching for it.
So do you think D, that a lot of that stems from uh, childhood traumas, or even being like a class clown and getting attention in school and things of that nature. Do all that fester and evolve as you being an adult with trying to get that attention and that validation?
So there's always going to be two sides of the spectrum, you know. Um, I will say yes in some ways, not necessarily being the class clown, but I would say the class clown is the class clown because he's looking for that validation. You know,
Okay.
just like the bully, he is the bully because there's something that he missed at home, and that's how people see him. You know,
Okay.
things like that. But that's not concrete. You know, there's just always going to be two sides of the spectrum. It's either going to push you one way or the other.
Okay.
And I think validation gets becomes a problem
Hmm.
when people start to believe their own lies. But
Oof.
when you on here fronting like
Yeah.
you got it and you ain't got it, you showing that Birkin, but you showing the Birkin from inside of somebody else's house because you sleeping in your car because you had to get the Birkin, or you didn't played it off, or some of those antics that make it look like something is yours. Like I know somebody that took a picture of a car, couldn't even crop it out good, and posted it on there and talking about they bought somebody else a car. So they needed that validation to look like they bought the car to give to somebody else. But you could clearly tell that they took a picture out the magazine
Mm.
and put it on there because they crop skills, but you needed they needed that validation from they fan club to make
Hmm.
themselves look like they doing better than what they doing when they really not.
Hmm.
Like social media allows a lot of these people to front and not be genuinely who they are, and to a point some of them so far beyond on believing whatever the hype they're believing, that they believe in that fakeness, that's who they are, and they don't truly know who they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could it?
Yeah.
Could the validation? Well, could the need for validation be masking something?
I would say yeah, or I say it can be masking, because some people aren't transparent, some people aren't trying to be vulnerable either to who they really are.
Hmm.
So I believe that it's a mask of of hiding who you really are, because at a point you don't know who you really are, but you know who people like you to be and who people want you to be, but you don't know it for yourself.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, and then that's what I was about
Right.
to say. So let's reword it to where we're saying now that validation is the mask. Now, there's different masks for different times, for different days, for different events. Which one are you going to put on a day or at that moment? But that validation is that mask, but it's not going to look the same all the time, depending on what type of validation you're seeking or you're searching for. And I can only say that because I've been that person to change the mask up, to change who I was, depending on the crowd I was around.
Mm.
Okay.
So validation comes in different forms and fashions.
Oh, definitely,
Yeah,
man.
I
Definitely.
guess so. Because validation, if I think back to like my younger times, like I won't say teenage, but like early 20s when I should have, I won't say no better, but the things I did for validation to be a part and feel like I
Mhm.
belonged a part of that particular crowd. Like smoking herbs. Like the fuck I look like smoking herbs. I'm allergic to everything. Now I'm sitting out here flipping out and shit because I'm smoking some shit I had no business smoking, trying to smoke some weed to be a part of the cool kids. You know what I mean? And doing shit I had no business doing because I needed that validation from them that I could come out and hang with y'all. Y'all parents let y'all stay out late. I can stay out late too. Knowing
Yeah.
I'm risking it for the brisket because my mama gonna beat my ass when I get home. Because I should have been home 3 hours ago, but I'm out here needing validation. Like, yeah, I could party too. Baby, listen.
But you know what's funny though? I've been in a lot of different crowds and a lot of different circles, right? And most of the people that seek that validation, those are the people that other people put on pedestals. You know, so we can call them pastors. You know, people that we think should have it together. And I can only say that because I've sat in those conversations. So everything that they're putting out there, you know, that's because they're seeking validation. And I don't have to call names. I could, but it's
Don't.
Bro, it's interesting that you said that because I was listening to Deion Sanders on I Am Legend. I am Legend. I Am Athlete. And he said a phrase that I took to heart. He said, be careful who you make role models because you have people that are models that's playing a role.
Yep, that's it.
And I was like, man, if I knew that when I was in my teens, half the shit I did, I wouldn't have done. I say 75% of the shit I wouldn't have done.
Validation.
Yep. So it'd be those people, man, that we look up to. Like I've been in the, you know what I'm saying? I've been in the room with millionaires, man, doctors and all these people, and they're looking at me and I'm thinking you should have it all together. Like, what are you lacking? But they're still seeking that validation.
Yep.
Glad you said that because now my question that made me think about it. But doesn't that make us human?
It does. It does indeed.
I think in some form it does. But I think when it becomes to be a problem to where that's excessive, and that is the area in which you're just living in constantly, needing to seek validation from family, friends, strangers, all of that, I think that's when it becomes unhealthy.
Definitely.
Because everybody wants to know that they're doing a good job. Man, hey, thank you for that. You know, everybody still want to, we still got that inner kid in us that wants that pat on the back for doing a good job. It's like, man, thank you so much. You know, just a lot of times that simple thank you or I appreciate you. We want that. But then I believe when, like I say, when it comes to the point of putting yourself at risk or others at risk, that level of validation, you out here making a whole spectacle of yourself, I think that's when it becomes a problem.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I think when you was in there with the doctors and the lawyers and whoever, all the big people who's making all these six figures and the stuff like that, they're looking for as some say, they're looking for that perfect beat, man. They're looking for that perfect beat. And they want perfection all the way around. And if they get that validation and they keep hearing it over and over again, then that lets them know that they are just about perfect. But take the bust of bubble, nobody's perfect. Nobody.
Well, think about it like this, Cal. Think about it like this. Let's say that they're looking for, and Durian said it, that human moment, a human encounter, because most people, when they're with these people, they're seeking something from them, so they're not allowed to be vulnerable as often as some people are allowed to be vulnerable because they're on that pedestal, because everyone looks on them, because they have to always have on their mask. So any chance they get to have a moment to be, let's call it human, you know, it could look like validation, which is a great segue into vulnerability.
And it plays on their mental health a lot because, like, I know somebody and he constantly seeks validation And it's like it's never enough for him, and he's always chasing and always chasing. And I had to ask him, like, why are you doing this? And he's like, I just want to be well known. I want people to know that I'm the man. And it's like, why do you need that so bad to where you're doing all these things and overwhelming yourself and buying all these cars and just stuff that you don't need for people to look at you and say, oh, you the man, you got it going on, you got your shit together. But up here, he's fucked up. But then when I look at like who he was when he was younger, he was the one that nobody really fucked with. He was the one nobody really talked to and gave that attention to. And it's like now he's older and that validation and the women, and now he's just losing his shit. So it becomes dangerous and mentally. It ain't good.
Somebody trying to give you their validation.
I love that comment that Alex the Man said, being real and true is different than being vulnerable. Everybody don't need to know your business. Man, that is spot on. That's very true. I agree. And it's sad that a lot of people aren't allowed just to be real and true, to be human beings, you know. And yeah, man, some people are looking for you know what I'm saying? Everybody don't need to know your business, because now they take your business and it's going to be everywhere.
Oh yeah, it's a public service announcement.
Yeah.
Because now they want to validate that you ain't real and that you ain't who you are. Yeah. To get themselves some clout.
Yeah.
It's needed. Because another instance, we got people that'll go and pretend that they parent of the year and go steal a picture and post it and look at my baby and what I did and it's like, you ain't do none of that, but they're seeking validation to feel like, and it's like, but that's not even who you are, because you really. That's when I feel like it becomes dangerous, because now the lies wrapped up in it and the people that you can hurt on the outside because you need this, and you're only thinking about yourself and you're being selfish, seeking this validation, and you're hurting other people in the process because you're pretending to have this life that you really don't have.
Yeah.
And that ain't cool.
I agree.
Yeah. I definitely agree with myself. That's definitely.
I'll put myself out there. My daughter got hurt because her dad used some pictures and posted of her when he hadn't done anything. And he wanted this validation, and he went and took the pictures and posted them and bragged about her. And it was all these likes and comments about how she's a beautiful girl and so smart and so intelligent and good job, Dad. And it took everything in me to not go on that post and be like, this nigga don't do. But I was like, you know what? That's not for me. But she saw it, and that hurt her because she knows. And he was wrong about it.
You didn't have to say that because your daughter will check him in due time. Trust me. The check-in is coming, and it's gonna be on the social media tip, and he gonna be like, he gonna be mad, and he gonna be calling. Why you say that? Why you say that about me? Take that down. Why? Because it's true.
Yeah, I love that comment that Sochi Soné said. I sacrificed my dreams in my 20s and 30s for others' happiness and validation. I didn't wise up till later in life. Now I'm a different woman. And the thing about that is, it's those types of conversations that people need to have, because a lot of people like be embarrassed to tell people like that they sacrifice so much for the validation of others, you know. So yeah.
And I feel
my fault. I don't know what the fuck going on with my internet today.
No. You about that Korean internet?
You pay your bill.
Facts. Nah, what I was about to get on say what D just said. Is it that they know? I mean, do they know that the validate that they're seeking that validation? Because some people just be doing it and not really. I shouldn't say no. Do they understand? That's the better word I'm gonna say.
This is how you can tell, man. This is the difference, right here. Have you ever went shopping, right, and bought something, and after you bought it, you felt like crap, like you want to take it back? That's the same feeling, man. If you've been in a crowd of people, but after you leave, you feel empty and drained, it's something that's gonna pull from the inside. You know, I understand what you're asking. Now you might not can pinpoint it, but you know something is off.
That's the energy.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. I can feel that.
Yeah,
definitely.
So what I missed? We talked about vulnerabilities yet?
No, we ain't got that yet. We getting there.
Okay.
I was trying to say, yeah.
I don't know what y'all got going with pastors tonight, but I'm kind of glad ain't none on here. Because the other little heathen hell is gonna be half full of pastors. They ruined a lot of people based on validation.
But where's the lie?
But
it ain't
hold
one.
on, wait, pause. Okay. I wouldn't be me if I wasn't me. I wasn't me. All right. So we keep putting all this stuff on pastors and everything, but at the end of the day, it's still that person's. It's still that person making that decision to look at that pastor or to follow that pastor or for whatever reason. And from what I've seen in churches, it's not always the pastors that's seeking that validation. You got the deacons on the deacon board, ushers on the usher board, Sunday school superintendents. All of these people are there and seeking validation for something. But the flip side to that is they're supposed to be in church seeking for validation. The problem is people are taking that validation and manipulating it to get what they want, to get what they want out of the deal, whether it's money, pussy, whatever, height, whatever.
And you're absolutely right, man. But here's the thing. Out of everything that you named, right, who's the person that's supposed to know better?
Anybody, all of them. Truthfully, you want to keep.
Who's the person that's supposed to be responsible for the people?
Nah, yeah, okay, I agree with that.
It's gonna fall on one person. Now, you know what I'm saying? If the deacons are cutting up, it's gonna fall on the pastor. If the usher board is cutting up, if whoever is cutting up in the church, it's always gonna reflect on the pastor. So he's that person that should know better, not allow it, and definitely not be the one doing it. That's the difference.
Yeah, that last part I agree with. That I agree with.
Yeah, and that right there, that makes all difference in the world, and that's the reason why people point the finger at the pastor and not the deacons,
right,
or the usher board or whoever.
That's we're gonna have to have another show on that because I'm about to go down a rabbit hole. I'm about to go down the rabbit hole,
man.
And I say that, man.
That's from.
Yeah, go ahead, TK.
She froze.
No, I said that, and that's coming from an ex-pastor, from being able to speak on those experiences. You know, with us being growing up in church, we know where that validation come from. Yeah. So it's like, when somebody mess up and ain't doing what they're doing, that's who they look at the pastor real side. I like, you ain't checked that.
Sweeps, the pastor. He, not all of them. I know some really great people that are pastors, but it's those ones that sweep it under the rug that gives it a bad rep, and it's a sad thing to say that it's about 70% of them that are on the bad side as opposed to that 30% that are on the good side. That scale is tipping a lot, and honestly, man, it breaks my heart to even say that, but it's the reality that we live in today. Everybody's off of that self validation.
And I would say, the self period. It's the I'm about to say the selfish media.
yeah, man.
Huh?
I ain't even playing with y'all tonight because y'all need all the hell. Sunday gonna be hot as hell tomorrow. But all y'all is over here in the comments.
I'll be at the fishing hole.
The media looks for validation too.
I'll be asleep.
Really?
What you say, Kevin? Say that again.
I said the media looks for validation too.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
That's why you see. That's why
I just read her comment.
That's why you see certain news channels hire more diversity, more blacks, more Latinos, so that they can relate to the people that they know watch they newscast. And once they get that feedback, they get that validation. They know they done went in the right direction.
Grab too.
Yeah,
baby.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
that's a hard one right there. So now I'm gonna leave that alone, man. Dog. I mean, I've seen that in my heart drop out.
Let's talk about that. That's a common thing. Like, and that's a I'm gonna say this real quick, and then I'm gonna sit down. Reading that comment, we should not be surprised because we all knew there was somebody in the church. A lot of people in the church coming out, whether it was the choir director, that one boy who sat in the corner who played the tambourine real good. It was a whole bunch of people that was coming out as hell. We had some ministers that smacked harder than the women, but because they can preach, because they benefited the church, people tend to turn the blind eye. Oh, he just grew up with girls, or he grew up around a lot of women, or this and that. Nah, let's keep it 100. Just keep it 100. Everybody knew he liked boys,
right?
And the sad part about it is, the moment that person approaches somebody in the church, oh, he finna get murdered. Or the moment he's out in the street and somebody, oh, I seen Jimmy with John holding hands. Pastor, what you gonna do about that? He finna get murdered. But the whole time, as long as he got that church, that church rocking, hey, as long as he got that church rocking, ain't nobody gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna sit down now. What Derek say? I'm gonna land the plane.
Yeah.
And it, baby.
Y'all.
So I got a question. Oh, I'm finna take it there now. I'm finna take it there. What was the accountability moment that broke you down?
What you mean?
Who's that for?
Anybody, whoever want to step up.
But what you mean? Like
when I say broke you down, had you at that point where like, I got it, I can't do this no more.
Wait, what? You break that. Fix that for me, because my brain.
What was the thing that you sought after for validation so much that it had you at your lowest, where you was like, I can't do this no more?
Love.
Ooh. That one.
It was a few years, and I kept trying to make stuff work, and it wasn't until I just was like, I'm not getting what I want, and I'm not even saying it was just validation. The accountability came on my part is when I just was like, forget this. This is validation for me that it's not been working like it's supposed to all this time, and I just said, forget this. I'm done. I'm done. Yep.
So did you, in that situation, were you seeking validation to be loved?
It was okay. So
I shouldn't say
it
be
was
loved.
not just to have that reciprocated,
Oh, so like
and
that you worth the love.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, you can say I love you to a person every day, but if you don't either feel that love, the words amass that and be like, oh, yeah, okay. Well, they told me they love me, so I know they love me. But when it come down to doing the small stuff, as a lot of women say, and I see what they mean by that. It never did happen, and I was just like, I'm done. And they knew it, and they wanted me to. They was like, you tripping and this? No, I ain't tripping. No, I'm done. I'm done.
Anybody else, or is that unanimous? I would definitely say love.
Well,
even on
for
my
me, it was a little,
and who I was wanting it from.
Okay. For me, it was a little bit different. I would say it was my own personal convictions. Just tired of not feeling what I know I should feel, just through seeking validation and stuff like that. Especially, and I'm just going to go ahead and say this, especially when I was a pastor, not being totally convinced of what I was preaching and teaching. My own personal convictions, man, and even dealing with other people. So why am I in this relationship? Is it because of something that I'm seeking? Am I giving you everything you deserve? Just personal for me.
Yeah, I feel that. I agree with what's the name.
Yeah.
I agree with both of y'all. Love is another motherfucker. Love will make you do shit that you don't want to do. Have you outside? Have you outside in the rain with a boombox singing love songs?
Yeah. And when the rain hitting that boombox, you getting shocked in the back of your neck, but you still
that was always a problem for me. I'm like, you still have to get electrocuted, right?
Well, you got batteries. You got batteries out there.
True, but just okay, well, so Alex the Man said again, be real and be true. Don't pretend just to fit in. Leave other people alone until you have the courage to come out the closet or be whatever you are.
But see, that's easy. That's easier. It's easy to type.
Yeah, that's what
and say online than it is to do in reality. That's everybody, because the moment you come out the womb, you're seeking validation. With your first cry, you're trying to seek validation. Oh, you're trying to get the love from your mama. You're trying to get this. You're trying to get that. So it's easy to say, be true. Hell, truthfully, what is true and real? Everything's so fake now. Let's keep it a buck. Like everything's so fake now. You got BBLs, you got fake titties, you got dick implants, you got all this shit. Hey, who is a real motherfucker out there? Like for real. Like let's keep it 100. So it's a lot of fake shit out there.
Man, you took the words out of my mouth, DA.
Yeah.
TK, why you looking like that?
So that's the first thing.
And who are you looking at, TK?
You know who she looking at.
I don't know.
What?
Why and who?
The penis implant for real? That's what we're doing.
Oh yeah,
that part.
Shout it. Y'all got me on TikTok and all them little freaky ass. What's the white? It's a white doctor that come on and be talking about this shit. I be like,
I seen him. He be putting out some game though.
And I'm
He
like,
be
people do that,
putting on some game.
according to the stats, it's running neck and neck with BBLs.
Yeah, I can believe that.
I got mine set to where I only see certain things. I don't want to see that.
And they say that doctor is a beast with it. With the implant.
I got fussed at last week, D. That's why I'm trying to get more active on TikTok. I got fussed at last week, so
man, I've been on TikTok about 2 weeks, man. I'm thinking about 2 weeks. And I'm gonna say this, man, B.
Go ahead. Go and say what you gonna say.
No, I'm sorry, I forgot. Go ahead, Pink.
So he on this thing talking about he got fussed at recently. We've been fussing at him for like 6+ months.
Who?
You.
I cannot confirm nor deny that.
Now everybody know. Now everybody know I'm the what?
Well, hold on.
I'm the receipt queen, right? Y'all know I keep receipts.
Yeah, you keep receipts.
I couldn't even get it straight. I couldn't even say a word.
I think we should move on with this conversation. So let's talk about vulnerability.
Hold on. In the break of that, why you said it, and what Mr. Acosta was finna say, he hit his 1,000 already in less than 2 weeks, so he can now go live, sir.
Yeah, I try to keep moving, bro.
Well, shit, I did exactly what y'all told me to do. Y'all said go on my page, like everybody. I did all that shit. None of them like me, so fuck it. None of them follow me.
So look, bro. This the thing. You got to give them something to like.
Yeah,
you got to give them something to like. So you got to be active. You know.
That's that
just like the second time on this.
Yeah.
You know what?
Get on there.
Anyway,
get on there and do a shake video. Shake.
Exactly.
Do something. Go get some baby oil and dance and rub your chest or something. Shit.
Yeah, rub your
That's it. You got to give them something to like.
So y'all finna make everybody nauseous. I'm gonna go block you if you going there right, because I don't even want to be nauseous.
And there's gonna be some women that need validation from him, and the minute he say, "Thanks, pretty lady," they gonna be like, "Oh," and that's all it's gonna take, and he gonna go viral.
Okay. Now we getting off subject again.
That isn't off subject. It's the validation.
It's validation.
Just because you use the word, that don't mean you're on subject.
It is on subject.
Whatever.
Definitely on subject.
Hey, Missy.
They be getting that validation and start dropping them gifts and all kind of stuff. Thank you.
Hold on, who is Miss Niecy talking about? I'm try again. Hold on, shawty. Hold on. Pause.
Wait, hold on. Over here.
Pause. Look here. I don't rock with social media like that. So but just because y'all said it, I'm gonna do it. I ain't doing no shake video though.
She said she got hers in 2 weeks also.
I ain't doing no shake video.
Do the leg shaking. You just got to do this right here. And do it. Yeah, there you go. Look, you used to be a dancer. You got it.
Yeah. You was a dancer. Go on and do your dance.
Y'all ain't shit. All right, next subject.
You need that damn video.
You needed that validation in them dollar phones.
Yeah, y'all ain't shit. Okay, next. We talking about vulnerability now.
Hey, I'm just
vulnerability.
I feel vulnerable now.
You know what?
In reference to them penile implants and stuff, and I guess when it comes to men boosting how many inches they really got, that's validation purposes, right?
Yeah, that's definitely validation. And it's actually validation and vulnerability go hand in hand because
So do men and or women that participate in that collaboration things, that sex, as many partners as they can, Are they seeking validation? And are they vulnerable when they try to seek that validation?
It depends, bro. It just depends.
Yeah.
Some people.
I want to say, being on Wonderful World of TikTok, when people that you are friends with post certain things on people's posts, and sometimes I go through and read people's comments on y'all stuff. And one comment that stuck out to me was somebody did a video, and it was talking about calling somebody. And in the comments, somebody said, I can't even get a phone call. She needed some validation and you wasn't giving it to her. And I need to know why you wasn't giving that woman her validation that she needed. Kate Smooth.
Oh, okay.
We looking at you, sir.
Hey, we all doing the same thing. Looking around like, who the hell is she talking about?
We looking at this one. There we go.
Read that. I even took the screenshot. I said, because I also know who it was. So I was like, I can't get a phone call.
Hey, hold on. Hey, K Smooth, did you do the shake video for her?
Not the shake video.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about.
Oh, you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about.
Start with an M.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, you know what I was talking about. That was the first person to comment. I said, "Oh, she over here stalking. She's stalking your TikTok."
Hey, what old girl on next Friday said they used to call you Sweet Dick Willie. Yeah, baby.
Shit.
Woo! Out here breaking hearts, sir.
I can either confirm or deny.
No need. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the second part and see how y'all do. D, do you have your tissue nearby?
What are you talking about? Man, I'm good, man. Move on. I'm good. Let's go. Let's get it.
I'm just asking. So
let's get it. Let's get it.
That this next part is vulnerability. Sir, can you run that definition of vulnerability without doing the Baptist preacher messed up the words because they shouldn't be reading in the first version?
I kind of liked it though, but continue. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. So that was the laugh you needed today, huh?
Baby, I needed all of that. You're supposed to be reading the definitions tonight, sir.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it to pull back up. Hold on.
That's why.
Yeah, he was over there on TikTok looking for that comment.
Yeah.
Hell no.
No. Yeah, but looking at the video with leg shaking, trying to figure out if he could do it so he can post it later.
No, man, not leg shaking. Not the
if I do that, if my legs shake like that, I'm falling. No.
That's how we know you ain't seen that TikTok.
I ain't seen it either. Who leg shaking?
You ain't seen it. You ain't seen the leg shaking. The dance.
My algorithm don't have that. Oh, you talk about the coke sniffing thing?
The leg shake. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I hate that. They look like they do drugs and they high and trying to get the remains off their nose. And
oh my God!
They trying to get it off their fingers and then they tripping out.
You know what?
I cannot stand it. I don't like it at all.
I'm not playing with it tonight.
Because who made that shit up? Why are you? I've never seen people dance and be doing that shit. This is people that do drugs. So why the fuck am I gonna do a dance and think it's sexy? Only other crackheads probably coke snorters. I don't know shit.
Okay, yeah, all right. Y'all want me to read it now? I got it.
Yes, come on, sir.
Okay. Are you ready now?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right, so Vulnerability is susceptible to physical or emotional harm. It said in need of special care, support, protection because of the risk of abuse or neglect.
Again, do you got your tissue?
Yeah. Could you reread that definition again for the people in the back?
Yes, sir.
Susceptible
to physical or emotional harm.
Emotional.
Stop. Don't do it.
I know you ain't talking.
Don't do it.
I know you ain't talking.
In need of special care, support, protection because of the risk of abuse or neglect. So check this out though. Everybody, I don't care who you are, what you got in your wallet, whatever. Everybody's been vulnerable before. Everybody's been to that point where it's mind. What's the word I'm looking for? It could be mind numbing at times. So like I said earlier, I think vulnerability and validation go hand in hand.
Why you think I put them together for the topic, sir?
Because you guessed.
Because no.
It's probably right. The two words right after each other in the dictionary.
Damn.
You know, for you, that because you don't know your letters, you would say that.
I know.
BA and you aren't together. But okay. Go ahead. So I'm gonna be you. So when was the last time you were vulnerable?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Which time? That's what I'm gonna say.
Hey, take your pick.
What you looking for? You looking for the moment I said enough, or the moment where it's like?
No, I just want to know when was the last time? The last time that you were vulnerable.
The last time?
I'm always.
Hey, TK. Huh? TK. So you got to ask a question like this. There's times when life forces you to be vulnerable.
Well,
there's times when you're backed into a corner. You're forced to be vulnerable, or there's times when you choose to be vulnerable.
Come on now.
That's how you got to get that one out. When was the last time you chose?
Thank you.
Well,
okay.
It still
you can say 3, but it's a difference when life forces you to be vulnerable, or when you choose to be vulnerable.
It's the difference between voluntary and involuntary.
Yes.
Yep.
In the end, you were still vulnerable. I just asked for when the last time you was. May it be life-inflicted, self-inflicted, or whatever else. When was the last time you were vulnerable? See, y'all acting like BLKGURU. That ain't what we do.
Well, no.
That's how we know because you don't know. You don't know.
No. Okay. So first of all, we're all 3, black men. Being vulnerable is not something that we're placed in a position for it to come easy.
We're not allowed to be vulnerable.
We're not allowed. And even when we're forced in a position to be vulnerable, it's still not allowed.
It's a lot of vulnerable people in jail right now. But they're not gonna tell you they're vulnerable.
No.
That's real. So the last time I was truly vulnerable, I want to say last week, a week before. Yeah, I was getting in my thoughts. Getting in my head.
Got a headache?
Nah, I got lost. It's so much shit up there. I got lost.
Yeah, it was a whole.
I got lost. But what was I don't even remember what I was thinking about. And I just started looking back at where I came from, what I've been through, and like I said, I'm still standing. Okay. I said that, yeah, for me, that was a powerful statement because what I was told growing up, I was always told I would never make it. I was always told I wouldn't be successful. I was always told I wouldn't be this, I wouldn't be that. And then on top of that, that's coming from family. Then you have society telling you that, oh, you big and black, so only thing you good at is football. I got play football. Only thing you good at is sports. That's the only way. That's the only way you getting out the hood. That's the only way you getting out of the hood. And on top of that, when you start talking to people and you hear people, oh, I wouldn't want to see you in a dark alley and shit like that. The shit it bothers you. It creates it molds you into something that you may not be for real. I'm not a violent person, but because of the environment, because of circumstances, because of things that happen, I ended up being violent. And like I said, once I sat back and looked at everything, I was like, I started patting myself on the back. I said, yeah, you a G. Because I'm not saying that what I went through was the worst thing out there for anybody, but it was time where it literally broke me. It was times where I literally wanted to die. It was times where I literally tried to die, but I'm still here. So that kind of it humbled me, encouraged me. Like I went through a gambit of emotions. Like it went from I cried, then I got happy, and then I got angry because I was like, how the fuck I let them put me in that situation? And then I started thinking about if I wouldn't have done that, where would I be? But then at the end, I'm like, look, hey, I'm still here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Still here. Definitely.
D, next.
Huh? Me?
Next. Your question. Answer the question at hand. When was the last time?
My name is not D.
What's the question?
Lord, when was the last time that you were vulnerable?
Well, I'll just answer like this. I regretted it. I regretted it. I regretted it. Alex said you should only be vulnerable with those who love you. Don't F around and be a secret lover. I understand that concept and it sounds good, but for me personally, I disagree. I found it easier to be vulnerable with people that you don't know. There's less expectancy with someone that you'll never see again than with people that you're supposed to love and trust, and put your heart in their hands. All it takes is for one time for something to go wrong, and to recover from that, man, is devastating. So without getting into details, I'll just say I regretted it the last time that I was, and I'm just gonna set that right there on the table.
And I actually have to agree with you on that. It's not always a good thing to be vulnerable with people that love you or that portray that they love you. because that love and your vulnerability can have you all in these Facebook streets, people talking about you. This, man, yeah, you can't be. Yeah, I agree. Case, move you next.
I got several instances of being vulnerable with people, but I'm just going to take one in general. Is when I in the beginning stages before I got married and I got with my ex-wife, I told her a lot of my deep darks, and we got into an argument one day, and she brought up every one of them, every one. And from that day on, I looked at her and I looked at others, and I was like, so I can't trust nobody like this. I was like, no, I can't. I just can't. And I mean, she just periodically, out of thin air, just be bringing it up. And I'm like, wow. Okay. And I just couldn't find myself being that open after after my marriage. And some stuff, everything turned into a need to know basis. So I don't trust you like that, so you don't need to know. I tell you what I want you to know.
I feel that. I can feel that as well. Pinks.
Well, I'm gonna go on a different side of the spectrum than everybody else did. I could say the most recent time I was vulnerable is tonight, or every Saturday night that I come on this podcast and I talk about stuff that's going on in my life currently, stuff that's, happened in the past. Like, I've exposed all my shit pretty much for any and everybody to see. And I feel like that takes a lot, because there could be people out there judging me now for some of the shit that I done said and the stuff that I've done in my life. But when it comes to the validation part, I don't need that shit from them. So it doesn't matter. So that's why I come on here and I'm open and I'm honest and I'm transparent, because who gonna check me about my shit? Like, but I could say that's where I'm most vulnerable, and it's part of the healing. And I do it on a regular. Like, I have no regrets, and it feels good sometimes getting it out. We all got our shit, I just decide to bring my bones and put them on the table in front of me and throw some at y'all sometime. Y'all could take it or block it, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, because you are a little violent.
I'm vulnerable with my bestie all the time. Like, I be telling her some shit that she probably be like, bitch. But it is what it is. You gotta be, I feel like you have to be vulnerable sometime with somebody, because if not, and you hold it on, and the scary part is, what's gonna happen? But if you hold it in and you hold it in and you hold it in, and that shit eating at you, and you just need to talk to somebody sometime and getting it out. Sometimes you gotta get it out.
I mean, the talk that I've had with myself, that I'd rather hold it in and let it eat at myself than give it to somebody else and get that devastation. I've had that talk with myself.
And trust is a factor too. Like,
I've been talking for like the last 5 minutes, and I was on mute the whole time.
Good.
Oh.
I was about to say the exact same thing that D just said, but my caveat to that is, but we can't live. We can't live like that. You can't live life like that. That's a especially for us as Black men. We can't live like that. We have to stop putting ourselves in that cold, lonely world. It's not conducive. This is just me talking. I might go on a rant with this. I would take it however you want. I believe that is why we as black men cannot truly connect with each other, because of we're so afraid of being naked in front of each other. And the downside to that is we need that. We need that one dude, that one guy, that group of guys. That's one we can be our true self, our true self. Not what we show at work, what we show our significant others, but what we show each other. And I feel that that's why we are so easy to take each other out, because we don't have that connection. We don't want to have that vulnerability. I need to drink some water on that one.
Okay. Drink a gallon.
So I agree with you, man.
I would say the last time I was vulnerable was about a week ago. Last weekend, I went through like a 3-day therapy session with my therapist, and the session we had broke me in a few different ways. But there was a lot of revelation in that. At the same point, it took me out of a place where I had trouble with actually doing. A lot of people that know me know that I used to write, I used to read, I used to write poetry like it wasn't shit. The last few years, I really, really struggled to even do either of those things. And it just came up that one of them situations was homework for me. I had to write a poem from an experience in my life. It was very hard to do from that point because I did have to be vulnerable in writing it. And that experience actually just did something to me. It took me back to that place, but I had to write it from that place in my time, not from the 44-year-old version of me. I had to write it from that age at the time, the incident. So it was hard to do. And even when she presented it to me, I was like, I ain't gonna be able to do this shit because no. Vulnerability was one of those things that I stopped doing at an early age in my childhood due to me being overly sensitive. And growing up in the household that I grew up in, me being overly sensitive didn't fit because it made me seem like I was the weakest link. So when you got all these people that got this, they strong, don't nothing phase them, and you the crybaby, and they stop crying all the time. You didn't hit me. You tend to build up this wall, and with that wall, you also create this persona in which you're not, because you don't want to be vulnerable and look weak around the people that are supposed to love you and accept you for who you are. So I created this whole image where I wasn't vulnerable, but I also needed validation from the same people that I had to be someone else around. So that was, last week. Yeah, it hurt and it healed at the same time. Thank you, So True Soné. That remember, I know, like I said, that's one of my circle sisters. And we, our Sunday session was together. And I still shout her out. I love Alta to pieces. She's been on here before, but she, in the last 4 or 5 months, she has helped me tremendously. And that just took me to a whole different level in my therapy. So I know that I shared my poem with about 3 people that's on Pink's, D, Alex the Man. But it shined a different light on what I went through and have endured. So yeah, but that definitely was the last time I was on.
Yeah. Wow.
And you know what? It's I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That I'm lost for words. Because that to me is how it should be done. Like how you got the sister circle, we should have a huddle, brother huddle, or whatever, however, whatever. And just listening to you, and I'm like, why the fuck we can't do that?
Well, I will say this with, we like I said, we've had Alta on here before, and shout out, we met Alta through Derek as well, and it was just a point of me being tired and trying to figure out why in the hell am I so stagnant in life? Like, what in the hell is going on? And in this sister circle, it is, paid therapy payment. It's not a lot, but it's really a group of women that's just trying to heal and be in a better place. And that was something that we couldn't navigate by ourselves. So we reached out and found this person that is awesome and amazing and forever growing in what she does in her craft, and really just wants people to heal and want you to be in a better place. So when I came in, I was the last leg that came into this circle that was already created, and they welcomed me in with open arms, and I look forward to my sessions, like big time. This is my sessions where I'm able to peel back the layers of this onion in my life and get clarity, understanding, and work on this journey of healing. It ain't easy because healing hurt like a motherfucker. But in this circle, there's no judgment. And it's open conversation, and it's space where we hold space for each other with whatever we've been through. I know right now, they tired of seeing my crybaby ass because god dang it, I can't make it through a session. But we love on each other, we support on each other, and like me and Sultry Soné, we even outside of the circle, we communicate. She's been supporting the podcast. She'll be starting her own soon. And that's just where we were. So like I said, with myself, if you tired of being sick and tired, God, you gotta be tired of sick and tired. Find you that space. And I actually talked to Alta about doing a men's circle because it's needed. Like the people that are around me, and we talk and we chat it up, I see where they are. I know where they are. And I'm like, yeah, they need this circle. Like the guys need this circle. And she's such of an awesome person. I can't think of nobody else better to have it for the men, even though she's a female, because she's just really awesome at what she does. Like Sultry Soné said, it's money well spent. Like that is one, and that is one of my self-care things. This is me doing this for me. So I look forward to them Sundays. And I know I recently implemented self-care Sunday. If I want to be in the bed all day, that's what the hell I'm going to do. 2 days, 2 Sundays out of the month, I'm in my circle.
Ooh, you funky. Yeah.
But you know what, TK?
What's up?
There's 2 different types of strength. Men, we're macho, but then there's something that women have, a strength, and to put yourself in that place to start healing. It's not just physical, it's mental. And for me, I'm 45 years old. I'll be 46 in 2 weeks. To put myself back as that 10-year-old little boy, to start reliving things, to heal, to start, that's the strength that men have to dig with everything we have to even have a little bit of what y'all have, that strength. And it's hard on both sides, but it's it's a strength that's not natural for us.
Yeah.
Because first of all, we're gonna be vulnerable in a way to where now I'm this big old man, 45 years old, beard, but now I'm a little kid in a corner crying because I'm reliving these situations. I'm writing that poem. Why am I writing that poem? So I can navigate to come out of that situation. So that I'm no longer stuck there. It's that's not easy, but it is necessary.
Definitely.
And with everything in me, I know I have to get there. But it's just, man, it's scary. It's scary.
It is. And like I mentioned to somebody the other day, is we go back to, I was about 12, since you older than me. You have to be about
Barely,
14.
but anyway.
So like you're that person in my life that we play big trauma take bigger trauma. We can play that game because we didn't been through some shit. And a lot of the things that we've been through, many people wouldn't even get to understand.
Wow, yeah. I agree.
Because we actually did that shit about 2 weeks ago, and it was the funny and saddest shit in ever life.
I hung the phone up and I just sat there for about an hour, just like, wow, did that really just happen?
Yeah.
So let me ask you something you said. You said it's scary. What is scary about it? Cause sitting here listening, thinking, jotting down thoughts that I'm trying to read at the same time is not making sense because I don't know how to spell. The common denominator that I see, we keep saying it's scary, it's scary, it's scary. But I'm looking at it now and thinking in my head, like, it's us. We already been through it. So why the fuck is it still scary? Like we're turning our lives into the big bad wolf or the boogeyman. We already on the other side of the trauma. So why is it scary? And I'm asking it for myself and everybody else. Why is it scary?
Right.
To address it.
Well, it's not scary to address it, but it's scary to relive it.
But you already done it, and this is.
But we get stuck there.
Yeah. Okay.
But we get stuck there. So when I was a teenager, right, a young teenager, I remember this incident. I came home and something had happened. So now, as an adult male, a lot of times something would happen, and I would smell a familiar smell from when I was that age. Yeah. So mentally, there's a part of me that was still stuck there because I never talked about it. I was stuck. So we relive it so that we're no longer stuck. So now there's a progression. And we start coming out of it. We start being able to talk about it without coming to tears or being ready to fight. You know what I'm saying? Being enraged. But and unless we go back to that point, then we just stay stuck there.
And hold on, I gotta take my glasses off on this one because you said something. So how come we can't? How come we can't cry? Or how come we can't be enraged?
Because then that makes us vulnerable.
Because as we're talking about like reliving stuff,
right?
Like I said before, we already on the other side of it. We just haven't addressed the emotions attached to that.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
And in form, you have to heal from something to get to a point to where you're okay with the situation. Because we've lived through it. We've been through it.
You're not afraid to face it.
Exactly. And that's the point. When you become on this healing journey, when you're really dedicated to healing, you know that you're going to have to go backwards. You're going to heal. You got to be able to talk about it. You got to get it out because you've been holding it for so damn long that the shit just got rotten on the inside.
Yep.
And you don't understand why you have the issues that you have because you got this shit rotten on you that you've never addressed. You got to get that shit out.
It festers on the inside of you.
And also to minimize triggers.
Yeah.
To minimize triggers, so when life happens, so we're not exploding or imploding or reacting in a certain way that's frowned upon or looked at like, why is he reacting like that? To minimize those triggers.
Right.
Yeah.
I know for me.
Think about it. Go ahead, Kev.
I know for me, when I was in school, I couldn't figure out why I couldn't focus on my schoolwork like I know I could. And then it just hit me. I never was able to grieve my brother, which got murdered in 2002. And I wasn't able to grieve my grandparents. Which
hey, that's that old church lady calling him.
Gotta get that music.
Listen, so I wasn't able to grieve my grandparents, which died in 2009, and this happened when I was in school, so that had to have been about 2012. So at that time, and I was like, let me see if they got. I was going to school for psychology, so I know they had a psychology department. So I went to go see if I could talk to a counselor, and that's what I did. And I believe that's the last time I actually boo-hoo cried in the 2 sessions that I was there. The first session, I could not stop crying. And that lady just slid me a box of Kleenex, and I just let out what was inside of me, and the tears just started flowing. And like you said, if you keep that stuff festered up in you, man, it'll eat away at you. And then you snapping at people, and you're not a friendly person, and you can't focus, and you can't get, like you said, you can't get things right, and you be wondering why. Man, you got to let that stuff out, man. You just got to let it out. And I know I have my childhood friends since 7th grade. I could talk to, but I already know their reaction. So, I guess I don't share as much as I do with them as I know I could. So, yeah, that's.
And you know that
go ahead.
What you said about holding it in. Well, we all keep talking about holding it in. The mind is a powerful thing. And the more we hold stuff in, the more it'll manifest in other ways, i.e., high blood pressure, diabetes. Your emotions will trigger physical reactions.
Yep.
And it's
illnesses,
crazy, but everything. It's not crazy. It actually makes sense why our community is overweight, is dealing with all these different things because of the stress, the trauma, the drama, everything that we've been dealing with these last 3-4 generations.
Yep.
And it's crazy now that we're talking about it. It's like things are popping, like making sense, lining up.
Yeah, because it's scary to go back to a place where you were scared or terrified, where trauma was created. But it's necessary. And even like Coach Shanae, she said when she came to Circle, she was dealing with present day trauma, triggering trauma from when she was 5 years old. So it had to be done. She had to relive and untangle and move past.
Yeah. Yep. And then also, man, we got to understand, like, when you feel anger, right? When we feel anger, I remember there was a time in my life to where it just seemed like I was always angry, but I didn't know why. So we think about anger and we think about where anger comes from. Either there's pain associated with the anger or there's fear associated with the anger. And that pain isn't always physical pain, you know. So sometimes there's that mental or emotional pain that leads us to living a life of anger or fear. Fear of what? Okay, fear of being vulnerable. But then that leads us to anger in some form or fashion. You know what I'm saying? I.e., always snapping at people, just being mad and not knowing why you're mad. So that's why we go back and we relive ourselves to see where these feelings are and emotions are coming from, pinpointing things.
I
Yeah,
know
like
when my I'm sorry. Go ahead.
oh, go ahead. No, go ahead. Because I was
I
just trying
know.
to mess with Peace. You know how violent Peace is. You know how violent she is, and how she keep going to jail on Facebook. That right
Uh huh.
Uh-huh.
there.
That ain't
Anger.
got nothing to do with nothing.
You got a lot to do with it. You got everything to do with it.
Yeah, I when the realization came that my marriage was ending, I had
Mm.
nobody to talk to about that. Um, cause my best friend, I don't know where the hell he was, but
You know where
I
he was.
no, really I don't. At that time, I didn't know where he was. Um, so I I had I had no male friends I could actually sit down, man, and talk to about it. So I was sitting on the bed crying at telling myself my marriage is ending. I can't believe this. My marriage is ending. It was it, that I think that was the most broke down mentally I have ever been in my life. When I came to that realization that it was pretty much over.
Mm.
So Alex the Man said, traumatic memory is your mental self-defense. Your mind creates triggers for early warning symptoms, giving you time to run before it happens. So Kevin had hinted on something a couple of times. So, which is one of the things I honestly could say that I hate with the men is that people forget that as men that y'all are human. Y'all still experience emotions like everybody else. It being vulnerable in some place, form, crying. That's why that episode of Men Cry in the Dark was so major for me, because people feel like y'all are supposed to hold the weight of the world on y'all shoulders and ain't supposed to have a break or crack, nothing. Y'all just supposed to shut up and deal with it. And I highly disagree with that. I've never disagreed with that. My dad is one of the most emotional men in my life. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen him cry. I've seen him when he struggled with his depression. I've seen him go through all these stages in life. And I couldn't date somebody that doesn't have vulnerability, because I'm gonna be looking at you like you're a damn robot. Like, what the hell is wrong with you, Negro? If you don't cry, how your mama passed or something, you don't cry. I'm gonna be like wanting to hit you on your back, like baby birthing a baby, like get that shit out. Like there's no way any human can hold stuff in like that. Like life is giving, whether if you want it or not. Life is giving. You gonna go through some stuff, and sometimes, goddamn, a good cry just gonna help your ass out a little bit. Like
Mm-hmm.
you got to get that shit out. So, question running off of what Kevin then kind of hit on: the people that you deal with in your life, family, friends, whatever. How many people that you deal with and that's in your life can you actually be vulnerable with?
My mom. That's it, man. Yeah, my mom. I can be open, and honest. I told her. I asked her one day. I said, and it's probably like maybe 3 weeks ago. I said, if I told you I was depressed, would you believe me? She said, I can believe it. And I was just like, I ain't say nothing else behind that.
For me, how many people, and this is pressing myself to be vulnerable, I would say two, but even with that two, it's difficult because one of the two is not available a lot of the time. She be MIA. But two people that I press myself to be open, honest, and vulnerable with right now. Two people.
Are you shooting slugs at me, sir?
Not you, the one next to you. She be
Okay.
MIA.
Yeah, I don't.
That one right there. Where she at? That one. She
Oh,
be, it's
I
hard to
just
catch
don't
up with
stay
her.
up late like y'all. Like the fuck, I be tired.
It be 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we be like, "Where you at?" I don't know where you at. I ain't seen her since
Probably
last
taking my
Tuesday.
evening nap. Y'all know I be going to sleep now. I take a lunch break and go to bed. Wake up 2
Yeah.
hours later on the
All
clock.
I'm saying is there's two people, um, and this is with pressing myself because I know I have to have those people, and these people have they've proven themselves. Y'all proven yourselves, you know. Even when I was tripping out of my mind, running from myself, you know. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Next. Sir, on the bottom, like your facial expression, like what's are you counting in your head or
Yeah, I'm
what's
thinking like
your
that's
faces?
a yeah. That's that's a good question. It's a loaded and good question.
It is loaded, but it's necessary.
It's a loaded good question because real talk, I don't know. Cause now I'm thinking about it, like even like with my best friends, it's still like I was still on survival mode. Like
I've been there.
wasn't I was vulnerable, but wasn't like naked. You know what I mean?
Ooh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, don't nobody want to see that.
Shit, I used to make money off of it, so hey, somebody did.
and were you vulnerable when you took your clothes off?
Hey, real
That's
talk, the first night, hell yeah. After that, I was like, fuck it. But yeah, real talk, yeah.
Okay.
It's like I am, and I think ain't no thing. I know that maybe it might be. Nah, I'm gonna say it. The fact that I move around a lot makes it easier for me to not be vulnerable, like truly open with somebody. Because for what? I'm gonna be gone in 3 to 4 years. You know what I mean? And it's
I've
like
lived that life too.
it's like I say the most vulnerable I have ever been was when I was playing football in college. Like, and I think that ain't no thing. Cause I know like my best friend, God rest his soul, he seen me cry. He seen me angry. He seen me like he seen he seen my failures, my successes. He seen all of that shit. Then after that, it was like it wasn't yeah. After that, just month I started seeing seeing shit like not from him, but other folks that was in the clique, and I'm just like, nah, I can't fuck with you. And then once I came in the military, it was easy to like we'll be like be vulnerable to a certain extent, and then I move on. So I won't have to like nah, I can't fuck with you. So it's kind of like using the military as a scapegoat.
So,
but outside of him, nah. Like,
I got a question.
Like,
so, would you say that's the same thing with your relationships?
Huh?
Would you say that's the same with relationships?
Same with my relationship? Nah. Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
I try not to laugh, bro.
Nah, that's a good one. No. Because like, I know in my relationships, 4 that I could say I was naked with. I got naked. And it's funny, it goes back to what you said earlier, D, about voluntary or life.
Yeah.
It's interesting that at those times when I did get naked, life made me get naked. Like, life made me vulnerable. And I'll admit it, I lost a couple good ones because of that shit.
Yeah.
Like, somebody, like, looking back at it, like, they really had my best intentions and at heart, but yeah.
But you couldn't get naked, so.
No, I was naked with them.
Mm.
Figuratively and no. I'm sitting
over here nauseous as hell. I'm gonna take some Pepto.
I kid.
Okay, so I got my one human, my mom, and then spiritually, of course, I know God, and I know.
Oh, boy, I'm glad you clarified that.
I know for a fact that I can sit. God always wakes me up between 2 and 4 in the morning.
Man,
on the days that I don't have to go nowhere, and I'm just like looking at the ceiling, and so I just start talking to God, and He gonna give you the answers. He gonna give you the comfort, but you just gotta be still, open your mind, and you receive it. It's been plenty of times, man, that I just don't know what to do, and I just ask Him, and I get the answer. It's been that way over the past month and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, them between 3 and 5 wake ups, man. Say.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Wait, hold that question because Pink ain't answered the question yet.
Oh, I was good. Hold on.
Well, you wrong answer. Next.
I don't like. I'll probably start ugly crying again if I say something because my circle is so fucking small. And
like booty hole small.
I'm finna ugly cry.
This dude.
But, hey, let it rain.
No, I'm a motherfucking G. I don't do that shit.
Let it rain.
Yeah, but, I'm a G too. Then do it.
Y'all watch our language so we won't get flagged.
It's small, like it's small. And when I was sitting here, when the question was asked, and I'm thinking, and I'm like, damn, I only fuck with 6 people. 7. 6 really on a regular. And out of those 6 people, 3 of them are too small for me to be vulnerable with. So that leaves another 3 individuals. And out of the other 3, I can only be completely vulnerable with one. And that shit, when you think about it, that shit hurts to have went, and I'm still grieving like my grandma. I lost my grandma, and I left 2 of my aunts and a cousin, like in a year time span. And they were my fucking everything, because my grandma was the one I could be vulnerable with when it came to everything. I could go to my grandma, it don't matter what it was, I could tell my grandma about it and be vulnerable. And to not have that anymore and know that it's like so many family members I have and so many fucking friends that are so many other places. But then when you have that moments where you need to be vulnerable and you sitting in your shit and you really need somebody to bring you out of it, to only have fucking one person, I just realized how shitty of a feeling it is.
It's a lonely feeling. Yeah. It's a lonely feeling.
It's fucked up. And it's sad. And then when I have those moments and those epiphanies like that, because I don't have time to sit down and think about this kind of shit. Like I'm go. I'm work, the kids. Like I don't have time to sit in these type of feelings. So when I finally have time to sit in it, all of it crashes down at one time. And it like literally fucks me up. But yeah, let's move on. that shit's crazy. And I just think about so many people that like you have in your life but don't have in your life. And it's crazy.
You know what? Now we sitting here talking about it. It is I really sympathize with celebrities. Now that we sitting here talking about it, because we're just normal people, normal everyday people, and we struggle with being. Hey, go on mute. You blowing your trumpet.
Yeah, you getting your mucus on us now.
God, no. You sound like the Sonic Boom of the South. Right there.
I thought I had muted both. My bad.
Hell no. I'm about to start grooving with you, Bob. Oh. But no, it's crazy that we're just normal everyday people, and we struggle to be vulnerable with folks. Imagine how they feel. They're surrounded by thousands, and it makes sense why a lot of them are always high, always drunk, always doing this, always doing that, because that's their coping mechanism to this.
Yep, trying to deal with childhood trauma and other trauma coming up, and they can't seem to get this stuff out their head. But the more they get high, the more they get drunk, they don't even think about it for that time being, and that's all that they want.
Yeah. That actually makes it worse. And now I'm thinking about
absolutely.
For us as people, I want to say why, but I already know why, because we have been beat over the head. Keep don't nothing go outside this house. Don't put my business out in the street, shit like that. So we're conditioned that whatever goes on inside of this house, we got to keep inside.
Yeah, let's keep it inside. Yep.
And I'm thinking about it. That's some bullshit. Like for real. I'm almost tempted to call my grandma and say, no, I ain't gonna do that. My grandma put her Holy Spirit down on me.
I was going to say, I was hoping you reached for that song.
Baby, who you talking to?
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, it's crazy. It's like,
I knew somebody was finna start crying because she started fanning herself and dipped off on the thing on the coop. So
can we not make me relive this right now? I'm still emotional. Can we go?
Y'all gonna have me drinking for the night over it.
For real.
I'm gonna go to the liquor store tomorrow. Hey,
tomorrow Sunday.
Liquor store open. I'm in the
You're
South.
not in Texas.
I'm in the South.
Oh, send me a bottle.
I'm in the South. What you want? I got you. You about to have me locked up trying to mailing liquor through the mail.
that part. Yeah, the comments is on it. My parents never knew how to love me at all. I've accepted it. Thus, it has increased my self-love.
But I disagree.
You can't dismiss her.
Let me explain.
Mm-hmm.
I think that just like the things that we are going through, they went through. And they knew how to love her possibly in their language, not the language that she needed. Like they probably did that. Like what's that movie with Denzel in it and Viola Davis?
Fences. That came up in the conversation.
Yes.
Last night,
that scene right there. He did that scene because he loved his son, but that's how he knew how to love his son. Everything he said was him expressing his love. That's not what his son needed.
You know what, do you know, D man? But I disagree. I agree with her. You know, every situation is not the same, and it's sad to say. I've known some parents that really just did not, you know, and not saying that they didn't know how, they just chose not to, and it's for different reasons. You know,
they
some
made a
people,
conscious decision. Then that ain't.
Yeah, some, you know, some people are just, you know what I'm saying, we can call it selfish. Some people
totally
are just turned off. So we can't box though all situations, you know, into that. You know, her story could very well be accurate, and as the way she described it, man.
True.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Now I love this comment, and I feel this in my pinky toe for real. It tires me to hear people always tell me how I'm such a good person and how I deserve more than I've ever been treated, and that God has someone for me.
Hey T, real quick. Hey T, real quick. Sochi Soné, I don't think he meant disrespect. I sympathize with you. I empathize with you. Now, everyone on this panel is just speaking from their own personal life experiences, you know, and I love the chat. However, let's just try to think, you know, we all have different upbringings, you know, and let's try not to take anything personal.
And it's good, and that's why when he first said it, I said you can't dismiss her experience, because I also believe that in being, and I don't know why us Black people,
it's all love, man. All love.
We are quick to dismiss things because you may not have experienced it or you see it differently, and we tend to dismiss other people's feelings or their experiences. And you can't dismiss something in somebody else's experience because you haven't experienced.
Okay. I will say. Well, let me say this. I wasn't dismissing. I was just trying to give a different point of view.
Gotcha.
Understood, bro. Understood. Yes, sir.
Missy's comment here that resonates with me also.
Which one? Which comment?
It tires me to hear people tell me how I'm such a good person. I hear that all the time. Oh, Kevin, you so good, you so sweet. You listen and you this and you that, but yet.
It's the laugh for me.
Yeah.
But yet, when I look in the cookie jar, I just see half eating cookies and.
Well, stop half eating cookies, then, Kevin.
So I just
Hey, y'all notice he didn't deny it.
That either. He laughed.
Well, it's just people see, they give you words of encouragement, but they don't see the inside of you. Like, I'm getting tired of this shit. Well, yeah, I know God got somebody for me, and God's day is 1,000 years, and I'm not gonna be Enoch. Wait for somebody to come, be somebody, and I'm not gonna be
Enoch.
And I'm not gonna be Abraham and having babies and
hey Kevin, let me ask you a question, Kevin.
Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna do that.
Hey Kev, so do we know is everybody familiar with Enoch and what happened to Enoch and why he used that analogy?
Hell no. Break it down for
I'm waiting for Alex the man to pop up.
You want to break it down, Kevin? You know what I'm saying? I want everybody to get that one.
I mean, break it down, bro. I mean,
so Enoch, he's the one that's said to be Moses' grandfather that transcended while he was waiting. He never actually died physically. He didn't have a physical death. He just kind of transitioned while he was still in the process of waiting.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't experience life in a way, and that's why he used that analogy. I thought that was brilliant, bro.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Be sitting here waiting.
I'm still confused.
There you go. I was waiting for him. There you go. I was waiting for it because I knew it was coming.
Yes, sir.
You sitting there next to God, like they say, God, Yahweh. They said that you had somebody for me, but now I'm sitting here playing dominoes with you.
Hey, that might be when you meet him. You don't know. She might be up there waiting on you.
Hell no. Like my child, you see those pillars over there?
It's wild you say that, bro, because a friend of mine passed away a few years ago, and I miss her so dearly. And I said that the other day. I really miss her because I could tell her anything. She could tell me anything. It won't be no judgment. It was nothing. And I just missed the hell out of her.
Sound like a missed opportunity.
Yeah. A story behind that too. Anyway.
What's that? The one that got away?
Yeah, my vulnerabilities. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm laughing at these comments, but these comments are hilarious. I love this chat room. I love y'all, man. I love everybody in the chat.
I know you have someone, but when Jesus.
Man.
It should say, does Enoch have a sister I can relate to? Enoch have a sister I can relate to. What was that?
Man, like you be sitting there like you almost hate when people tell you there's somebody out there for everybody.
Yeah. Yep.
Alex the man said, Enoch is my guy.
Yeah.
They lost. They on the other side of the world hearing the same thing. It's somebody out there for you.
And you know what's funny? That goddamn TikTok, because D was messing with me all week. Because every day TikTok, I think I did. It was like, where is the love of your life? Unborn.
Man.
In a grave. Right. I'm knowing different ones, they're asking the same questions and the answers are still coming out the same. He's like, yeah, you might want to retire.
Just stop. Just quit.
You should talk about.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I quit because at this point, it ain't getting no better. He unborn. He was in elementary school. Yeah, he was at where he needed to be per TikTok. So I was like, yeah.
Oh man, she did one, and I think he said he's 2,000 miles away. So I asked her, so are you ready to move or what?
Yeah. So you might have to fly to get there. Are you ready? I was like, you know what?
2,000 miles. Man.
Yeah. I was like, okay, that's what we doing today. All right. That could
Yeah.
still be
And them same
somewhere.
ones will turn around and say, "Do you know what you need? A baby." The fuck?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. This shit ain't
Facebook
adding
did me
up.
like that on 3 different of theirs, and I was like, I know y'all lying. Y'all
Oh,
lying.
man.
What
Escalated
Yep.
we
quick.
doing?
Yeah,
Nope.
Facebook did me like that too. No.
I don't even play. I don't even play them games. Nope.
Not a
Yeah.
clue.
I don't need the disappointment. I
My
got enough.
soulmate fell off a cliff. Hell no. Hell no.
Oh, baby bro.
Oh
We
man, TikTok.
bad
No.
situations per
Told
TikTok.
me my soul.
Yeah,
Oh no.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
Bro,
Mm,
I would have cursed TikTok out for that one.
bruh,
Soulmate
you,
fell off a cliff. I'd still be cursing.
man.
I'm convinced that my soulmate is in somebody's grandma's house on that little brown couch with the wood sides with the brown and white and blue flowers. Yeah, he laying on there, a little dry puddle or something.
Wait, what?
yeah, I'm lost
Never
on that.
You
mind.
that went over your head?
Don't even worry about it. Yeah.
Oh,
Don't worry
I
about
got
it.
you.
Keep going.
I got you.
I'm still lost. I'm still confused.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
It's
I
okay.
got it.
Sir, you ain't never did the leg shake on the couch.
Not
I
at my
got
grandma's house. Hell no. I
Mhm.
was in the room.
it. Wow.
You
What?
what? I'm sure you wasn't supposed to be in the room either.
Hey, she wasn't there. She was at work.
I'm gonna call and tell them. I'm gonna tell.
I had my damn, what's the name? My key set tape playing.
Get it out.
Boom. There's a right and a wrong way to love. And I'll be sitting there, yeah, baby. There's a right and a wrong way to love somebody.
Alex the man. He said, when you're a good person, everybody's not good for you. Stop digging in the trash, hoping to find a diamond. But what
Ooh.
about the saying, somebody's trash is the next man's treasure?
Huh?
This-
Oh.
Wait.
Remix.
I see
I'm just-
D on one tonight.
No, I'm just asking. I'm just asking. You
He
know.
feeling all right.
Remix.
Yeah, man.
You gotta do that like what's the name? Bad boy. Take that.
No, man. I'm just asking a question.
Because you know that's what they are. You always see that. You see this one chick that may not be right, blah blah blah, and to the next person she is right.
I have
Mhm.
I have different friends, and each one of those friends has the quality that I would like in one woman.
That's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother
Whoa.
show. That's a whole nother show. When he
Whoa.
said different friends, I already knew where it was going. That's a whole nother show.
Yeah, that's a whole nother show. Cause I'm
So-
already picturing that. I'm already picturing that topic because it gonna run into something else that's always that's another TikTok conversation of issues
Woo!
that
You
talk
so
about.
beautiful. You have such a
Yeah.
good heart. You
Well,
are
TK.
included.
Let's talk about Missy's comment.
Who Missy?
Which one? I hear every day you're so
Yeah.
beautiful inside and out. You have such a good heart. You work hard and your food is good. Blah blah blah. But the Missy on it tonight because I can fit them shoes too. I done heard that
Who Missy?
also.
That's a
Who
friend of
Missy?
Man T's. It's somebody
Yeah.
Man T, man. So
That's
Missy, so
TikTok,
this is the
man.
question. So Missy, do you believe it when you hear those words, or do you just dismiss it as if they're not true?
Are you being open to it? Are you?
Yeah,
Right. Are you receiving it?
Yes.
that's just the question. Do you believe it, or are you automatically shut off to it?
So I mean, after hearing it so long, does it wear off on you that you don't believe it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think Durian said it earlier. D said it earlier. You become numb to certain things. Maybe she's just numb to it.
Yep. Numb to the
I'm
fact.
just asking a question. Does she believe it, or does she don't believe that she's those things? How does she see herself? That's the point of me asking her that.
That goes back to the validation points.
Exactly.
There you go.
Because to do some things and validate for me, I used to always hear, "Oh, you look good to be a big dude." So
That is
Well, I
if
such
you
think you
an
was
just look
ugly
good, period,
compliment.
huh?
if you was a little bit skinnier, I'd go
I
with
used
it.
to get the one about the black. Oh, you look good to be dark skinned. Really?
Wow.
To be dark skinned? Bitch, I am good
Oh,
dark skinned.
that's how we went with it.
Yeah. Oh my bad.
Alex
That's the
the
old
man
me.
said, if you take somebody else's trash, that's on you. I mean, yeah, I believe in recycling myself, so it's all good. Yeah,
And on that note, the show is over.
I believe in
We know
recycling.
you look. We know you do.
Oh man.
Very much so, very much so.
We all trash to somebody. Somebody out there
Exactly.
Amen.
saying right now that we
Amen.
ain't shit for
Yep.
That
one
was my
reason
Yep.
or
point, Pink.
another.
Amen.
Yep.
It's a
Yeah,
couple. It's a lot of
Yep.
people out there talking about.
I
Every
got
time they
told
get
that
my name,
last
fuck
night.
them.
yep. I mean, hey,
Missy
if
cracked
somebody
me
was,
up. Missy comment. She said, I slept walk once, found me digging in the trash.
I just got that.
I came with her.
Classic, classic.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, because I remember the conversation. Oh, the conversation with
Okay.
Missy last night. So when I talk about the folks had me up last night, Missy is one of the people we was up before something in the morning. Yes, sir.
Yes.
What, sir? You had your hand up. What's the
Oh, I
matter?
was about to say, that's for another show.
I know, but that's why I'm saying she wanted the conversation. You had to be there last night with her experience, because baby, she a whole G. I would have got jail time for
It
that.
sounds like we going to TikTok tonight after the show.
Man, I'm going to take sleep.
Yes.
Well, that's you. We TikToks around here. I mean,
Oh, that's right. Y'all can go live. I can't go live.
Yeah.
But you can watch somebody else's.
Yeah.
And just tap the screen, bro. Just tap the screen.
I did that same thing. You told me when somebody on live, just tap the screen to follow them, right?
Yeah.
No, to like it.
We talk about liking the live, sir. Just tap, and then when you get good, you can do the 2-finger tap, then go to the 3 and
why,
make them.
Why it sound like you masturbating? Like what the hell?
I knew that was coming.
Ain't nobody gonna be 3-finger tapping in my stuff. Thank you very much.
Some people like the 3 fingers.
Well, I don't want no 3-finger
Some
tapping
people,
on nothing.
Thinks he tried to call you keep the wide on the food.
Some people Black Panthers, so anyway.
He tried to call you deep and wide on the food things. Well, ain't
something like
I didn't call you. No, I did not call you. See, she instigating. Don't let her come between us, dog. We supposed to be dogs. What?
Marva JJ does not need your validation. We're good. That is fine.
That escalated quickly.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah.
Like, wait a minute.
Oh man.
Just stick to tapping the screen, sir. You know what better yet? Just use one finger right now.
Right.
Hey, TK.
When you see it on live, you can tell people's on live, and you can tap and.
So, like, if I like it, do it. What do I get out of it, though?
Why you always try to get something out of something?
No,
You gonna get some
y'all
laugh.
talking about building up. Hold on, y'all talking about building up all this other stuff. Like, I'm trying to catch y'all. Y'all trying to.
Because as you like the live and you comment in the chat, it boosts and more people are coming in because of the activity on the feed. So then it's being sent out other places and the algorithms and all that good stuff.
So it's a serious thing.
Yeah.
Hey,
so
TK.
Tap, comment, tap.
Let's deal with that question.
I got it on the screen. I was waiting for them to finish. I wasn't being rude like you and cutting people out. I was waiting for them.
Because they're going to keep going. That's why. Because they're going to keep going.
I
Look,
got it.
first of all, Hirsch.
Okay.
So this question right here. What if the right one came across your path and they wasn't what you wanted, or you was blinded by your current distraction?
That's easy. That wasn't the right one.
Can I go first? This is the reason why. This is the reason why we limit the distractions. If you understand why we don't just be doing stuff to pass time, this is the reason why we limit the distractions, and also this is the reason why we don't settle and we know what we want and we stay right there because that prevents this from happening.
But
Entertaining multiple people at one time, people that we know that this is not going nowhere, but for the sake of just having somebody to be with.
Yep.
I got that part. I got the part about I got the part about being blinded by distractions. But if that's not what you wanted, that's not what you wanted. How is that the one?
Yeah, but a lot of
because you know sometimes we can be in a place and we don't necessarily know what you want, but that like Kev said, he had somebody that was good. Or well, no, that was you. You said that you had somebody that was good for you. It meant you good, but because you wasn't in the right place, that person ran. That person, you missed that opportunity. And think about how many times we do that. When we're not in the right place, that person is perfect for us. That's everything. They check all the boxes. But we wasn't in the right place, so we wasn't healed in a certain area, and we missed that opportunity. We all didn't have that one that got away.
Or you was too busy entertaining the dumb
I got the entertaining part.
But
for
you missed
I disagree with the right one. If that's not what you want.
No.
If you say you don't know what you want, that's something different. That falls in line with the distractions.
Yeah. Missy, we gonna set up a GoFundMe for this one.
And make sure you ask for 2 of them. Get the twin pack and send me one. I'll send you my half.
Baby. Wow. Yep, and see, Alex the man said it. When the right one comes across you may not be ready.
But that's not the right one. That's what. Okay, I guess
I'm with D on that one. If you're not ready, then that's not the right one.
Thank you.
Timing is everything.
Yeah.
I think timing is everything. Because some opportunities come back around and you are ready at that time and can receive it.
Yeah, so that means they're the right one at that time.
But that doesn't mean they weren't the right one before. Exactly. They were the right one, but you weren't in the right place.
It was on white people time versus black people time.
Then they're not the right one, and you're not gonna know it until you meet them, who they're gonna become, and not who they are right now.
The one with the issue, they could be that right person for us, but because we're still in these positions we shouldn't be in, or these positions we're working on, we're not focused on making that happen.
I'm not finna argue with y'all.
You ain't got to, because you're gonna do.
Hold on, wait. I'm finna plug something too. So if they were the right one before and you wasn't ready and they came around, they still the same person. So that means they didn't grow. So they stay stagnant.
Oh, yeah.
Perspective.
They be growing too at the same time.
Yeah.
Perspectives.
Growth in other areas, but what's needed to be seen.
Like she could have been skinny as hell when you met her.
Oh,
and all the other qualities.
Oh, here you go.
This the kind of shit we talking about. Okay,
and
so
then
we talking about the physical growth.
Got a couple mango seasons behind.
I'm not talking about the physical. I'm talking about the mental.
This question right here, Sultry Sone, if our relationship coach was on here, you would be in the doghouse for that question. So ditch the maintenance man.
Yeah, hey, I'm gonna be there. You already know the answer to that question.
Yeah.
That's why you asked it.
He would have been red flagging that, baby. He would have red flagged it. It would have been the man saying, "You be in the doghouse." If he was on here, this was last.
You already know the answer to that question. You don't
even with the maintenance man. Are we talking about the plumber maintenance man that come and fix everything?
He laying pipe. He laying pipe.
Well, you know it's different.
If we talking about that one, then it's like, okay, so now we got this maintenance man. He coming through and we getting it on a regular, right? But there's this guy that's for us that we could be going out on dates with and doing stuff. But this maintenance man, We could go on a date next week. I'm busy this weekend, but we over here getting piped from the maintenance man. That's blocking progression that could be happening over here because I'm too busy getting action over here.
Yeah, because you know that pipe being laid is a distraction.
That's a distraction, especially if you laying good pipe.
But listen, if look, I'm gonna say some bad advice. But if you got the maintenance man and ain't nothing else in the picture, either Buzz Lightyear or the maintenance man, pick your choice.
Lay it on me. Oh,
I'm not an expert in that part. Because let me
tell you, nothing wrong with being grown.
You're not a friend in me.
TK, you look a little bit excited over there. You got a maintenance man?
I got it. Who?
You looked a little bit too excited over there. You got a maintenance man?
No, I gotta behave. My baby brother on this podcast, and he might be sitting next to my daddy.
In that case,
it's too late. It's too late.
Too late.
It's too late. You done said everything.
Man.
Your daddy over there faces, he just blushing. I know my baby ain't saying that.
Daddy.
Well, he know your halo a little crack.
He know it tilted a little bit to the side. It's a little sideways. It's a little sideways.
Halo like Jay-Z wear his hats.
You know. It'd be so many firsts on this podcast, and it'd be stuff that I be seeing that I be thinking, man, I never thought I'd see the day. We had another one of the moments where Man Out is now agreeing with D. Who the hell knew that was? First he was agreeing with DA. Now he's agreeing with D. Boy, if this ain't some scary.
Hey, great minds think alike. Don't hate.
That's because it's all love. You know what I'm saying? It's all love with the bros.
Hey, great minds think alike. We
all need that. Say that. I know one out of the three might be great. I don't know about the other two.
Well, shit, you put them together, you got one great mind. Shit.
and that's scary as hell. It take three of y'all to have one great mind.
Hey,
don't matter.
As long as we get there, it don't matter how we get there. As long as we get there.
Hey,
scared like a mother.
Forward progression.
Yeah, that boy, I tell you, that ain't scary. So I'm gonna ask this question because I know it was already mentioned, and it's a few weeks away. Because we might, because some people ain't got no life, but if by chance, what the birthday plans look like? Or do we need to do a episode turn up?
Who you talking to? Both of us
coming up. Y'all got the same dang birthday.
I know, but so you just
say something. Say something.
Hey, I just shut up because I ain't know. Just let it go.
I was thinking about I don't know, going to Dallas to hang out or whatever. I don't know. I spend a lot of time by myself right about now. So I was thinking about just taking a little road trip or whatever. But it's up in the air. I have no plans or nothing.
Okay, I'm just asking because
I
know. I'm just asking if we need to just do a turn up birthday episode. So wait, what the calendar look like? Hold on, let me see.
I'm going to King of Diamonds.
You know what? I promise. Sometimes I just
going to the ATL, go to King of Diamonds.
Hey, I might meet you there, man. You know
what Drake say? Tell Mariah.
Yeah, because y'all birthday is on a Monday. Y'all birthday on a Monday.
It's on a Monday. I could have told you that.
Damn. I stopped counting.
Yeah, I bet. Because reading and writing obviously is your issue. So I guess math is,
And the church say amen. Amen again.
Amen. Definitely so. I guess we can go on and close on that.
Nurse Tracy?
Huh?
I'm picking the Nurse Tracy all day. Who Nurse Tracy? What's that?
Yeah, she the head nurse.
Good girl. The good girl.
See the head nurse.
Oh. Okay, I got it.
Right.
Yeah, he definitely ain't around your daddy.
All right, TK, it's on you.
I was about to say nothing. Ooh, Lord.
Yeah, somebody needs to lay hands. Okay, is it me or the comments been cutting up for like the last 3 weeks?
Wow.
I dug that chat, man. That chat was all right.
Man, the chat, like even the other week where Hope was on here cutting up with sellers, I was like, oh my Jesus, what is going on in the comments? The comments
been gonna move some furniture. They get together. They gonna tear up some shit. They're gonna be like WWE on that.
Because you know sellers will be on here. Well, Hope, I know you're vulnerable.
Yeah.
Well.
Do the eyebrow thing too. Well,
yeah. Nah, he on the knees now.
Yeah, knees out. Knees out.
Yeah, he definitely got his knees and toes out tonight.
Oh my God. Oh gosh.
I had my knees and toes out tonight.
Ooh, yeah. You know, I'm telling you, this day we need to go on and schedule the BSAD episode. But y'all show ain't gonna act right.
The what episode?
The what episode?
After Dark.
Black Sheep After Dark.
All right. Hey, let me know, dog.
It go down.
That's the Friday episode. We do need to. Yeah, we probably gonna end up scheduling before we get the stuff lined up though, because do some side stuff. Y'all been cutting up. So what?
After Dark.
Well, Black Sheep After Dark is on Fridays.
That's fine.
Let me know.
That's fine.
It's gonna get.
And
it's gonna be trouble.
Y'all really gonna hear some stories.
The proposed next episode for BSAD as a suggestion from Pinks is to do a game night of Never Have I Ever.
I say truth or dare.
I'm gonna just be in the comments on that night.
So, and with that episode, you gotta take shots on the episode.
I'm in the comments with you.
I'm gonna just be in the comments.
Let me go get a bottle of Jameson.
You should have told they scary asses nothing.
But you know, he ain't never got half. He ain't never got 2 things to match, so he don't have alcohol 99.9% of the time. So he would have to go. You know, with him, he the difficult one out the bunch.
They're running from vulnerability. They don't want to play.
Call me what you want to call me, Pinks. I'll be scary. I'll be all that. I don't care. Call me any name you want. Nope.
Shut up, dog.
He said I ain't put myself out there. No.
What you scared of?
Of being vulnerable.
I knew he was gonna say.
You know what? Y'all shit on my nerves. And how you go, sir? You a co-host? How you gonna try to opt out of BSAD?
He just turned his back on you.
You the third.
You can't hear nothing.
He here
might
just
have to take suggestions then, because
see no evil, hear no evil.
Right.
People ain't gonna want to act right. We gonna have to do that for Black Sheep, maybe the ladies edition, because these guys, you know.
Yeah, take it, y'all take it.
I'll play along. Y'all ain't gonna know what's in my cup, so I'll play along.
Really? No.
Be right there.
We was gonna get some made, but apparently people want to talk on cost of ornament for a damn shot glass. I'm like, for real? I'm not paying no $10 or $15 for no damn shot glass.
Girl, I know the age. Nothing. Let me stop.
What?
I was about to be so racist.
Yeah, hold that. We
Yeah.
The reindeer game. No, we not. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna say shout out to my papa, because I got an enchilada plate with my name on it.
Oh, and I'm hungry.
And I got a bowl of
I'm
cereal.
hating, low key. I'm hating.
Woo! They
I'm
calling.
Yeah, I'm hating too, because that look good.
I hope that cheese tear your stomach up.
It ain't. I'm not lactose intolerant like most people on this podcast.
I agree.
Yeah, so it's gonna do me
I hope
just fine.
I hope one of your beans is hard.
It ain't, because I already sampled some.
Hope your tortilla get.
Y'all, wow.
Man, come on now. Come on now.
All right.
Oh, man.
I could have did that. We could have did the outro already. Y'all over here cutting up.
Oh, I already did my outro. Hey, it's okay to be vulnerable. Hey, vulnerability is the new strength.
So when you gonna start?
I'm always. You ask me anything, I tell you the truth.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Yeah. Other Libra pain in the butt in my life.
Oh, me? Yeah,
You
man.
You ass.
Thank you for sharing your platform, TK. I love what you're doing. I'm proud of you. I had a couple of friends in the room. All of them didn't comment, so thank y'all for tuning in and watching. I appreciate y'all for supporting my friend TK. And I know she's about to grow this thing, and it's going to grow and grow and grow, and she's going to get more people to help. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm proud of all y'all. TK, I'm proud of you stepping out. Thanks for sharing your platform and letting me be heard. Chat room, y'all was live. Keep this energy, keep this vibe, keep supporting TK, and let's get it.
Appreciate that.
Already.
Kev.
I didn't know what to expect with this topic, but it really hit home for me, and I've been sitting up here thinking about some stuff, man. Just to think about all the times that I was vulnerable with these certain people, and it just was anyway. But yeah, thank you for inviting me on again. You know, I know y'all made me honorary somewhere down the line. You know, that's sweet.
You are. You done been on here quite a bit.
And like Dee said, your platform is informative, and this topic here, I'm pretty sure people is going to watch it and can definitely relate. So thank you again for having me on, and everybody out there that's watching, thank you for tuning in, man. And I'm sorry if we acted a fool too much tonight. Your discretion is advised.
That is. Peace.
For me, I just want to say y'all subscribe to my OnlyFans. That's all I got tonight. No, I'm just playing.
You got a sale?
I just thank y'all so much for rocking with us. I thank y'all for being here and being a part of this journey and experience. You know, as I always say, like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, you know, support us. We'll appreciate it. What else did I want to say? Morgan, we thank you so much for being our sponsor. You know, you've been rocking with us from day one. So we tell you all the time, but I just want to say again, we thank you. We thank you. We thank you. We appreciate you. You are very important to Coabs, and we're so glad we have you here rocking it out with us. And the sky's the limit, baby. Let's get it. That's it. And my OnlyFans.
Y'all own it with the outros tonight, boy. But I first I appreciate all of y'all. Y'all know that for rocking with me, because when I started this, it wasn't something that was even in my damn mind. But hey, I had to put my big toe in the water and fiddle around and figure it out. So it's been something of learning, but this is this is my baby, and I have grown to definitely love it. And this is my shadow work, my healing, I get so much from on here. This is where I'm vulnerable at many times because Lord, I'm a G. I ain't supposed to be on here crying, but hey, shit happens. But I'm definitely thankful for everybody that tunes in and supports this podcast. Thank you for all the new people, my TikTok fam, my baby bro coming through tonight, rocking with us, checking it out. And I'm telling y'all, it's all love, and I definitely appreciate y'all in so many ways. So as we are coming up, this is episode 80. We got that.
Okay.
Hit that 100, and I'm so excited to hit that 100. Because
you gotta do it big when you hit that 100. You gotta do it big when you hit that 100.
Way big.
It's coming, man. We gonna have to cut up because when
will we hit the 100?
If we stay on schedule,
should be like December, right?
Yeah, in the November, 1st of December area is what I mapped out when I looked at everything, and that's even with an episode or two of probably BSAD in there.
Okay.
So it's looking around that area. So
I'm inviting everybody.
Man, I'm super excited because
we might have to do a live one.
Yeah.
Look here, don't get me started with you because you be everywhere.
I told you what happened. Look here, I told you what goddamn happened.
But yeah, you've been everywhere else since then. So yeah, I was actually going to ask you about that because me and Morgan was having a conversation. Because we had to put off pictures and our photo shoot and that kind of thing. So we got a whole idea in mind of some.
We ain't doing no tuxedos. I'm not finna look like a big ass penguin.
Yeah, we don't want that. We don't want the penguin look or the white dildo look. So no, you don't need to be in white or nothing like that.
Oh, the white what? The white what look?
Ew.
You said the white what look? I thought that's what she said.
So yeah, we don't want that look neither. So we're good on that. Yeah. So we already got this little idea. He was kind of on the same idea with the next photo shoot because we're scrapping the other one. But yeah, we got some ideas that'll be fly. Yeah. So it's he came up with some ideas, but we ended up being on the same page, and I was like,
okay. All right.
He saw the vision, and yeah.
Okay.
I am. We just got somebody.
Make it plain.
Write it out.
You know. Yeah. So yeah. So if you have not, please like, share, subscribe to Facebook. If you follow us, don't follow us on TikTok. Follow us on TikTok. We cut up. We out here in these streets. Everybody on here got a TikTok. Yeah.
Well, the thing about TikTok, Pinks posts some awesome snippets of the shows.
And I shared.
So,
yes,
I did too. I shared a few of them. So I can't wait to see snippets of this show, Pinks.
Man, we did have some moments.
We got to get the one where she cried. That's the one.
Oh.
Wait, who cried?
All right.
You
think I'm gonna really put that shit on my TikTok?
You need to
get your numbers up, put it on yours.
Shit, give me the snippet. I bet I would.
Oh, but I gotta give you the snippet. Yeah,
I'm a dang sure repost that one. I got to repost that one.
I think that's the first time she. Is that like the first time she? Is that the first time she didn't cry since we done been doing it?
Yeah.
So follow us on TikTok, DJ Acosta at DJ Acosta on TikTok. Follow me.
That ain't the first time she ugly cried. It was another time she ugly cried.
I think so too.
That's the first time I ever ugly cried. I didn't cry in silence.
That's the first time you blew your nose on.
That's what it was. It was the nose blowing that got me.
An instrument in the other room. He plays a trumpet. And she came in to say, "Mom, look what I can do." And she was
right.
No, I saw the tissue.
Right.
Mm-mm. I saw the nose clap.
Can we close out? We had 3 hours. Y'all keeping these people up tonight.
Waiting on y'all.
Yeah, I saw it when she started doing the church fan.
I did.
Yeah, I was like, oh, there you go. There you go.
Right.
There you go.
So, Nika, me and you will never part. Minnie boo.
Oh Lord! So that's right there. If you have access, which I think is on the pages to the link tree to go to the website, please go on there, leave us a comment, show us some love. You can even leave a voicemail. But yeah, hit that up. But nevertheless, we pray and hope that you have an awesome week coming up this week. We ask that you be safe. And that all is blessed, manifest the things that you want in your life. Get that shit. So be blessed. See you next week, same time, same channel. But yeah, check us out. Are we going live? Are we TikToking after this?
I'm about to check it out. I'm gonna see what's going on.
Ain't they supposed to be playing? Ain't we supposed to play a game tonight with the TikTok fam?
I got some messages I need to check right now. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh, my bad.
It's all good.
We got the chat, but either way, find us somewhere, because if we ain't on somebody else's stuff, we gotta get on our own stuff, cut up. I ain't gonna be up to 4 o'clock in the morning messing with y'all. I can tell y'all that.
Y'all gotta catch me in the line at Whataburger.
Why you gotta get up and go to church in the morning?
Oh, so you being shady than a mother.
Yeah, you gotta get up. You can stay up to 4 or whatever, 5. I mean,
you being shady. You opening your doors of the church in the morning?
I see you at Bedside Baptist.
Okay. Children.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. See? So yeah, tune in, check us out next week. We will post the flyer on whatever the topic will be on TikTok, Facebook, and IG, I guess. We ain't been messing with IG. But yeah, on them. And like I said, tune in. If you're interested in being a guest, hit one of us up, let us know. And that's on any episode this week, whatever's coming up that you can give some good old info on and talk about. So we good. So on that note, we out. Be safe. Black sheep.